vacation setting dismisses injunction. TSA Nadia, afraid the Fuania Daho, Abano through the Chief Justice, Ajatum Sampa, Omashada, say, and send be a FMP before dear, and the Ombe Diomanise Prefano, into Omashada, Ombe Council Nabra, Cotono, Ewa Homijimu, to the Bocrate, Ediaba. Now, Seafukunso, filing a national chairmanship nomination or China, Odiaba. Extortion claim against Afenyomakin is false, Mama Pat, and any so a grant interview say, or Sahini Kamina Alexander Afenyomakin, or no so no, a sense in Bia NDC for special submission for that sono, and Yano Mama Pat, and a cancer. The daily statement, the Democrat, or say personal attacks won't distract us, minority insist on parliamentary probe into gold board losses. And Afoko to file nomination for NPP chairmanship tomorrow. Now, Esuro or say Coca calls for decent language on Ghana's airwaves. You yate any in Samahudwa Akan. The new center Democrat at the Abase 29.1 billion Ghana cedis gold board losses in 4 years. And then so or de ehonsem ede aba. Enipa akofa form so mu gina no so de omufoni so de aba the Democrat anymore. And ensema hodo so a ekose. Dr. Sarkozy enso question the 2 billion gold board tax waivers in terms of the Democrat anymore. The new publisher, the Democrat, said focus on 1.7 billion loss, not insult. Afenyo rejects extortion accusation as distraction and a trip down memory lane. NDC MPs defy party leadership and betrayed collective good. Samijenfi and our focus nominations. The Democrat the Aba. Yankwen. The delegates, the Democrat and Shuni Afenyo can hit back at critics. Insist 1.7 billion Ghana cedi gold loss must be probed via legal action against attack. 50 pick form to contest 9 positions, executive positions in MPP. Or now, about 9. And so I think 11 now. I think so. I say I'm ready to go to jail for Baumia, Reverend Kusibuatin, and Eka. Saglimi, NPP's private sector model vindicated. Could you upon Kuma? And so, Enna Akanisa. The Ghanaian publisher, the Democrat, said, I'm unfazed by attacks. Afenyo to critics and Adamus U10 social government no aye. You government no aye flip flopping and tianda. The Mahama de a usual flip flopping de Mojuma no. NPP election a Jakon miracles 48 others pick forms. And sanitation crisis, chief of staff call for attitude change. You can't say baby change your attitude no. What can't you say face the country? Until face your attitude, no face the country no. You want him the bad face mobile bemudia mahu attitude as a maka. The source the Democrat and Saglimi and so upon Kuma say NPP private sector model no the two no and one NDC by your mu AD they stand vindicated. And now, some extortion claims of Newmarket say, a Bosilimuka, a propaganda, Teriaba, NPP communication risk, and Sarabediacon withdraws backs miracles into the Democrat Ediaba, NPP National Executive Pool, 50 aspirants, chases 11 positions into the Democrat Edi Honsum Ediaba, Asana, the NDA, moment fancy. Okay, they break the Democrat, Prince Pra, still I'm in tune count and pay. Momentum or say Ghanaian Muslims attacked in Mali. No distraction. Afenyomaken minority sustained hit on 1.7 billion Ghana cedi loss. Professor Buadi Edasro of IERPP and Obisa said, "Yase FDI about memu a year $2.6 $2 billion. Abai Ebosi. Meanwhile, Abai Ashere 1.7 billion through gold board operations. And the Obisa say, Sabio Sabin Pediasa, Nyansin Wumu, anything. Say private sector investors buy, a binum cry momo tax waiver, a be a Yomuse, and only secure free mobile. you say a year $2.72 billion. Gold board ashe 1.7 billion. Na abainsa wo bono ewo FDI na hono. Nyanse wo ewo hefa. Yento aswe. The Republic Press Democrat gold board losses 22 billion Ghana cedis. Questions haunt NDC as party turns guns on Afenyo marking. Supreme Court Supreme Court orders way for legal vacation criminal trial. So the Democrat about NPP nipa 50 ecofa form. Then so the Democrat about and now Osimpem the Democrat also at the gold board and who some of the Abania Finima Kim say a chicken bebre. Gordon so you say ne wasi from ne cook so in summer or the air to do. And see Yadamasi you remember Baba I see Yera Coca Ashanti Regional Chairman. Mon country ni say on to the boss kakra. Na party ne ewo opposition. Enti party will position na party ne peso ba ben mu a party no employ a lot of strategies and a lot of means at the party ne ba ben mu. And he should know say ene omemu ayetie ye wo kwan a ye fa so ne ma bibiri. Enti onsusu na ye din discipline and obi be say obi be say no onto ne bo ase onto ne bo ase na Kevin Taylor eguso edi Ghana for atema mama ne bo ne pa onyae ati enti onto ne bo ase onto ne bo ase nyem kwa na munim discipline me mama typical example e wo Ghana ha na program bi wo UTV ye friend United Showbiz the MPP that be before elections that be near the MPP mpenifa akosi so any aban mu mpenifa akufo adoba omia any before e be di o matam sa dakro and MPP mebun bi esore yen and omusi no ye be call UTV wo because we can't take it any longer. I was say be yen sem bebre but I am telling you say after so mo ko opie no sansem hunu ni jai after so mo ko opie no Sansi hunu ejai. In fact, MPP penny for General Secretary Cholete Okwabrane tena TV no so etete lete ni mon TV live television. Enti background discussions no money ade ne penny for be money ade nyina no. Enti mi solve problem no. But MPP mebu bi ko ho. And na the solution ni buy. So I just say, enti no yes penny for and eba say no and the me ba masama me dey and me kinkan Joy News. Say yes, no pay at 9 o'clock. Minority caucus no so mukushia. Na according to Joy News for publication, no, almost mukushia because of Osahene Afenyo Marken and some allegation na some fee ayatu no so no. And it's no mukushia. Na take a decision was saying it was some home. Look, we are telling minority ni say the minority should be very careful. And NPP as a party should be very, very careful. And more beer and you say, oh, PBB, the Afenyo because if you on pet Afenyo Asamunti, o Kujina way so na or the aye BBR. Abea NPP wo position no, NDC wo position no. Sami Jenfi, Nene, Nasama Bay, single handedly. Eka NDC majority leadership ni nyina abumu ediomatem e call your names e cry to the extent say obeso ohwe say omo ye friend saying betrayal omo ye betrayers some betray party no NDC ni bi anka hwe abre asame janfi edi ntro e kan say have to about nyade no NDC pen 40 pa they knew. But Obia mekahe. Mean co-position de bebre. And then this bar bemwe. Nano Afenyo Marken eka gold board asem ema asem fi ebe didi natem or the Ghana Fosika true gold board. Efrep etu media houses nyina bloggers nyina ma the whole Ghana e find live. Say odi Afenyo Marken atemti yen find live no. And this in penifo nyina hu say a leader in parliament. Sami Jenfi dine fasono na enye Ben this in Penifonian Buomani Eguso, including the president. And Dorsey, Nisemuno. It took only one sensible person in NDC. I found Neil and Van der Poel. And a Bob and Tibeka said, no. A Sukonoma, I will hear politics. One Casasa. A Fanyamakin, if not for anything, or you senior at the bar. Or you senior in terms of age, in terms of experience, no politics, and so, or do him now above all, no, or a minority leader in Ghana's parliament. And so, no, personally, and a woman, and so would you boo at the master leadership wanting, and tia Sukono man Casasa and Telepany, Abuja, and this party, no, any abino, et tigu nilante su se mobro. If you ask no, and say nilante a better render unqualified apology to Sami Jenfi. A very sad. That is how our morals Ghana memuno et me asinke a Kwaku do. And if Sami Jenfi or true for Jenfi, if or true for Jenfi, or to me trying to your position, a trying to go penny for swa. Eddie Diatama the Barbemu. Na and ne, Wakako to gold. Aboka $1.7 billion. What the court is Kemwa, a 22 billion Ghana cedis. And this if we say, or you're untouchable, nobody should touch him. Jama build defense, I want to defend now. Please, Munya very careful about how Afinya Sama Bay, Mobe Canon. Especially minority for, because Munim, more minority for, Munim. Munim, a choir. NDC for the Mofa so parliament war Abriana MPs near 137. What do come boy? Munim a car, mo boy, Munim Sika Kufuadra Bino, expand here on the minority. Munim, you know it. Munim, Monko Bisame say Yera Kwajima menu, Omuye or Tiase. Monko Bisane say, Abrias Putinik V, so on a bayano. Again a course. Monkanjan is a body in Tramo. And Crawford, any demands are a ban so. Monko bisa rakwa kwaji ma menu. Monko bisa NPP penny for and the leadership then. Any omoa na omo can be a womb. Monko bisa government appointees. Any ama a form fair mu a Kufuadro appointees in the second term. Abriana a year 137. Chief of staff at Tiase. Monko bisa no. Monko bisa chief of staff or Tiase. Monko Bisano, the cost of running that government. Monko Bisano. And nobody should think, say, and then Afenyo, then Naba. Now, in any case, Sami Jenfi said, on open integrity. Sami Jenfi, on Amosan, or said, open integrity. Unimadi, a friend integrity. Sami Jenfi, any Madia, your friend integrity. And he's selling, he said, Afenyo, ACUNO. That's not your name. I know him, Sagana, judicial no honor, will be a needy deal. Sami Jenfi e chanto to Naposo. Napod ne ko high court. Ye di asemi wie odifo. Otena se twan NDC ba mu e no ya appeal. Appeal na wie ni say yes court of appeal adane asem no say Sami Jenfi onifo. Nti defamation scanner na yeso ntiama na pono mani ntua. Nti Sami Jenfi ene e ka ti also bi nko court a. And the chief just the second most 2IC Supreme Court Justice Pamai now no week me nya de nkin guarantee ko jo pon kruma or say wa confirm ya bronya judge na asem no say we are all not equal before the law. Some are more equal than others until we are in an animal farm. We are in an animal farm until bronya judge ne catch that bronya say asana ye di no ye nya obi ana di no na mo nipa ni bi ye nipa si nipa ni bi enti ene Justice Poamai ama Ghana for nyina hu say yes legal vacation ye ni asem na nso more de ebedum asem because ye say ye di nipa bi atum special cases it more de ye bedum asem ene ka kire me MPP ni bi a watimi akokota akodi bimda even several cases Mr. MPP pani bi pa me kana semu afidie so na ofre me no say odamase pa na onim me personally but what say maka ai na simbia ma no na osre me onyanka obeba media no ma be kasa nanso a civil case be a court. Now the mere fact say oye MPP ninti e kwan a yede na fa so court wono ono ano ibiafi na ni super nti you no want to come into the media and talk for now. Enti obi anim se ne ye court yi aye obi anim enti se sami jan fi na esi ne bo se afanya fa ne court a onfa ne court nko esen wo ye MPP ni a obi ye wade a professor be boni dua odo nsa e kan de a eno de obenya aban asem na mo wani uboni dua akura ye since obeka so court because you may not get justice in court. Enti so be wade a woni mu dua bona bon dua akura no a I think say for so so that's obeka say o de court because you may not get justice at the court. Enti yesram enti MPP for penifo especially the minority and na yatse we simu koshia mo make sure say monko enko ye bibia e de hwinte ebeba party nim monki no fine by mommy like am enti NDC for samijan fi kro manage ne ho samijan fi kra o manage ne ho munim the cost of running Akufo-Addo's government the second term Abriana parliament 137 you know it and you na me be ka kire mo you know what happened munim abawon penifo bi di amu nyina ati ase monko bisa omo and then who is talking about extortion why na can extortion why no why na kasa about extortion why Ghana maimu abianka me ma kuse wate me ma labianka kuse why na kasa about extortion Ghana maimu NDC for kasa about extortion Ghana ha sa yo yate and bribe na aba no yesi mon crofo akwaji bribe ayi asko se aska hwan makwaji bribe besine mo se mo ma OS to investigate ya fan koma mo amu nua remonacha na unclear wo mo and bribe na aba no mo nim probu a mo ko probu bribe no na wanya ayi akwati bon cross Solomon Owusu say the petition akoma ayi for some investigate afenyuma kin oni mo investigate anko investigate alancha matin ensem hunu ko a it minority no should be very careful if indeed no crese and namu so mo ko transfer ko meeting bi aba afenya sana join news for air publishing dia omunsan nyini hu biem omunsan enwini hu biem we are telling them omunsan nyini hu biem omunsan enkodwini hu biem da bi MPP for dia bi ba na mayi mu nkrofo ama boys ye omko YouTube na make ho asemi munim ko am fa so party issue statement to condemn them. Some of us came here and spoke against it. Nyamun kwa na muye saint e wo wiase enya heaven na motie. And you shouldn't be in a haste to condemn your own. Sami janfin se muro bedi o Ghana ha say no. It took only one person, one in the NDC and who say akwana dinkwa asem. E wiase no NDC party ni nyina tie agunu so. E so ba be pass Sami janfin tew. E ni Lante Vanderpool. E oba be patew. Enti NDC ni nyina ejina Sami janfin achi. E de ekun achi MPP a. Na wo sahene na odi anim a wo kuma no. Wo so okoye ne hu meeting. Okoye ne hu meeting de ageden. Okoye ne hu meeting e de ageden for what reason? Okoye ne hu meeting de ageden. Na why de wakasa afanyo no wayi na di ana. Wayi na di as minority leader. And how by any day? You better train here be free meeting maba. Be di Kwaku Dawuro movement in the morning jumedini. Nti yesran penifo say penifo enhwe enema bi yi. Enhwe enema bi because party no ejina ba bi a eden. Party no ejina ba bi eden pa. Enya sa pe ebekwa akọ ha adwen ebe create lot of problem. Mo pese da bi amaka say me say afanyo omoro MPP so ena omoro emre bi aso. Say MPP fo atena se na ebere bi du. Na mo fo say omo mpa afanyo as minority leader bi ma. Party no emra mo kwa so mo timi sisa no. Na mum enye se media mfin se mhunu nti. Ena obi be ka say ye koyi afanyo because some media mfia ye extortion allegation against him. That's nonsense. Abusha ye twa ho aba da sebra tena se. Na Gideon me twa ho ndi adwede nkrato me ba na mama da sebre akwaba na fi nkomo aka wa chire nyina so no ye de aba me din e de Kwaku Dawuro we ayi movement in the morning ye komra sisia.
the call to suspend the warrant and to allow the vacation lawyers to have the arrest and allow only vacation judges to do interim cases. The argument there's about for money articulating, when Justice Palmer sat on the case, the same argument. On any in terms of law and everything, reasoning, shocking. You see, so it clearly tells you that Justice Palmer could not independently depart from whatever the Chief Justice have said. And that was my worry. Because I think, say, as a practicing lawyer, I never call count with judgment a 3 minute. Say lawyers are independent contractors. You are not part of the judiciary. Lawyers are not part of the judicial service. And, you know, if the judges and the judiciary is going on vacation, if I don't bang. But Justice Palmer, and in his ruling, has forgotten to say, lawyers are officers of the court. The fact that we are not employee of governments, and now we are not part of the judicial service, doesn't mean that we don't have a stake in the administration of justice. And Justice Palmer ruling has forgotten to say, under Article 125 of our Constitution, justice does not belong to the judiciary. Justice does not belong to the judges. Justice does not belong to the JUSAC. Justice does not belong to the Chief Justice. But justice emanates from the people and is being administered on behalf of the people by the judiciary. In extension, justice is for all. So judges are our servants. They are there because of the people. They are not of their own. And lawyers are also owners of justice. Mr. Palmer, today I'm disagreeing with you. The way you are looking at lawyers, you were once a lawyer, and I think your ruling, you forgot is that judges, lawyers too are part of, they exercise judicial power. Because they under Article 125, no, they own justice. And lawyers are so critical in the administration of justice. Say, the Constitution are giving lawyers role. Say, every accused person, everybody, every citizen has a right to choose a lawyer, and every citizen has a right to have a lawyer. And lawyers play a bigger role. Look, when administration of justice is without lawyers, there will be handicap. Judges will suffer. If all lawyers decide to go on demonstration and withdraw our services, how can you administer justice? Because we have the key role. We are the defender of the poor, and we assist the court. The judges are not all knowing. That's why I disagree with Justice Palmer. The judges are not all knowing. You are lawyers. Every judge is a lawyer before you became a judge. Every judge. You are our classmates. As I sit here, my classmates, I was gone 3 years Supreme Court judges, 1 female and 2 male. They are my colleagues at the legal faculty. When it comes to the Court of Appeal and the High Court, they have about 7 or 8 judges, including Judge Amuyate. I don't want to mention about 7 or 8 of my colleagues are judges. And before they became judges, They were practicing lawyers. They practiced. So every judge be a lawyer.
Dawuro. Na ni mamu ti sɛn.
Awurade Dawuro ma.
Akwamba eburo a eburo no mo de ye friend so eyobra ya na. On say tete no de ni esi wo. Ma
yesi ye so ho.
Aha, ma brese ebura ya so ho. Na ni mamu ti sɛn.
Oh, Awurade timi. Ni mamu ye tinya sori ya ne. Amansan ehu ye ewo television suidie. Na je se bia so da be ma twiri amponya.
Nyankopɔn. Na ade ba ku mi nema bi koso Ghana imo ya kakra. Na akwan a akufo ado nyansam oyeye ebi ti se poku ase nsan mu kwan ebi ti se eyidi kasoa Winnipeg se Cape Coast die na se nkrofo ku dina so a na ma ye video mampani mahama nyame sraw na mampani mahama adwuma a oye me ka se si na me so bi atwidi bi abeto ka se akwan no nyina take ship na obeka ya Abraham people ba NDC ba ya na eyifo no so mo be ko demonstration wo kwan so no me be ka say NDC aban na hyeda because poku ase kwan ni say na drew 75% enti onum say oto aso wie pa akufo ado begia no nyam enti obegia to be ya afe na Ghana for we refi say akufo ado kwan na share kwan na se na fi word ni say ba be kan na exo no na aye ba Ghana for nyim ni wo mu
ebi be bia da bia me ka se obi enyansen so a obu obi a se nipa bi enyansen so sa na ndisi fo no bi no muti eni ti wono na adini senti a wakogina kwan a na akufu ado na eye na abanse san ba dwoma ma atu aso no nti obeye bibia na Ghana fo aka so dwoma ma no eye na akufu ado start kwan no wo mo se ECOWAS fo na eye
mo se
ana na de dwoma ma ba
se kan se ECOWAS route
good ana dwoma ma ba de odi kam na akogina se o mampani mahama wa ya de tuba na basa na de ne ECOWAS bio
ne kai pa se NDC ba mo be kan se ECOWAS route
ala yesu woni mi nyansa na obi anso ni nyansa
ECOWAS route me kai pa
mo se mo na mo ni mi nyansa wo Ghana ha na Ghana fo ye ni atesu kane no na ko bi kan no kane no na ya tuwe na Google eni ba bia bibi a ye ntimi ko Google and then Google ho wo ya ni pa ba ko Google no ahwe Google wi a hu se oh akwa we yakufu ado ase this time and munya isa ntem hu na mudi no na mutimi nda
ayi insa no pe na me refer to Joy News publication bi and me dey me hu say see a few minutes ago osahene e dey abeto me Facebook say or call Joy News for out
Joy News
for
this branch
for misinformation nti wa call him out say enya no kre say ya namo ono na afre meeting of the minority caucus senior de bia no parliament no e be resume because speaker afre parliament nti na parliament be resume ofre no nti wa afre meeting say oni ne caucus no e hia nti enya no kre say parliament asemo no and a minority no caucus no esemo for anything nti we put it on record nti join is one but in fact and promo the news and almost higher publication on my journal online and it's one na make kasa no say if I no credit the minority should be very careful
because we need say na impose and come be share and nanka omu share in solidarity with Osahu because said the we can men you can cook masimra yanchia asantiman na yanchia original executive so yanya wo mu na yanchia chairman kuka na mi padi na asma na oka ne besere no obi anjaji koka so obai with the discipline about party nyane no obi di ba jaji so obai wa ya de e besere no the edi ba jaji oni say obai no why increase MPP votes in Ashanti region obai no wa boa ma MPP a win power in 2028 ani ne edi ba jaji obi anjaji so the discipline about Ukele usika sami jamfi asemi. En semuna odie no. En this ni na ta aniki. Ke MPP ye ba ko ya ne se. Omo ensua niam bi mi set bi omo yo mu nsua. and the same the way Ghana politics echo. Say money abri say mo power there. Any gentility no. Montontwene. He NDC omunya mema o. NDC for omunya mema 1. NDC ni ka say hey. Now so no Ghana no nyam. NDC ni ka hey. Now ka hey. Na NDC ni no Ghana. Can NDC for to bantie. Can you know na vigilante groups no ho odin no. So office NDC for come be na omu hu MP for bape. No mu nyina Ghana firo no moko. Endi se mo ha na ya buye ho nye buo ne de politics for Ghana ha. Ghana politics enye buo. Enye buo MPP for ya kan kire mo ne enye buo. Send this for this descending into gutters ya. Munko hobi. Unim. Munko hobi. Na mo ko
neti a mesi yira koka onye careful no. Omo bie na adam. Menim se wa bɛyi. Nkrofo e bɛyɛ no. Menim se nkrofo bɛyɛ no. Ai na wuntumi ama party ni ya attract. E na Ashanti region ICT finance firm. Hwɛ opposition yɛn finance firm.
Yɛn finance firm opposition.
Opposition die.
Discipline yɛn.
Papa bi okofo dua. Menim se o ho dia fɛ na aboaje. Ɔmo fɛ na MPP bɛyifo. Yɛ na okura megaphone. I say party die opposition a Yehiom be wi ballot box amayen. Yehiom be boss tutura amayen. Yehiom be ma yesika. Yehiom obia wo party ni, especially in opposition.
Enye discipline
don't tone it down.
Obia na ada no.
Hwe atem the dear ba party muni ade nyina no. E de ma ama na NDC for the buy. Because Kevin Taylor kan anu mutom say yera John Mahama na dia adwuma ma no. Say onye. The adwuma be na oye. Adwuma oye no say wodi mpanifo atem. Na otwa ntro de tum mpanifo so. It's company and pass here mama na this adwuma and then you know gusu ye. Oh yeah. And bro be sending me video bi about nsem bi aka about Samira. Say you na my grand dance na me show. Me send me permission you should ignore it because
na me maintain is bi akra.
Oh yeah, na ye adwuma. Oh yeah ni osuma na adwuma. Enti no almost they should tone down and a discipline no. Discipline no e de den. Abria na party ni go aban mu. Na party penifo bi edi nsem no ye here discipline. Opposition in discipline because you use so many ayini parts of the pit to me. So I'm tone it down. And more beer na than I say and for next firm.
So I'm really I'm gonna fail it totally.
And that's the kind at the end of the day, the baby say
oh by your dear I am I'm not on I did discipline by party. Me boss. Chairman Coca. Yes, sir. Money nothing because it do maybe not for and some good to say warmer. Into Abano. And I have really been from one your secondary school now, your English master. Your senior house master, no haggling. And she says, Bibi Naka said, Mr. Hajin, go catch senior house master. I say, hey, I'll be there. I say, I'm going to media Miss Rowe. You're not a dear newbie. From near Wilson, at least your opposition, because Chairman won't me know. I'm a fire party from opposition, the Barbemu. And he expects I won't have a fire party from opposition. Or the other Barbemu 2026. And that discipline asset. Chief of staff will say change of attitude. Now, emphasis sanitation. Now, so and this is for my mother some for.
Remember, KV, any KV Okufudia, or say Abuajo, Mr. Abuajo. Abuajo. I'm very MPP, very MPP comfort. No, Bushano Cran Mega. No, the near Dean Bruta. Michiana. I try baby, I was a master study. I'm very agro. Hope I study my position in Yagro. Now, I say young country people penny for say they should invest in their media. Yes. And the and of course 2024. Mr. Aisha Kufuria for no Mr. Ovata, a former regional director protocol. Also the boss say Abuaje is still around. He is strong. Nice one. I see he is strong, Papa. We're tuning down because of Inti. Edmond Kanjan say they will say Michiana no say. Kanjan say Michiana pa. A strong man. Okay, that's very good.
Chief of staff, NDC.
Yeah.
About your mobile and for being all Ghana. Say, MPP were power. Now, I dear being yet near see a quantity. Obviously, no, young Fiassi. I believe Galam say, how mine? Young Kuntia, your Mahama say, Motu Abamania, 1 year after Galam say, about you, Mamma Mako, your Majuma. O me feel your my judging am the Bema woman. No much many panel in Crasia, baby, egg and Takato and say, Yababa no Namatis, your Mahama, really pet, Monco, Munko Galamsi, and Tina Galamsi, and Timinko. Ebra MPP ho no more your change of attitude even the no na kan no the country omunya change of attitude
na agba papa no say okay the nyamba we can say fix your attitude
and I'm going to say face the country enti we face the country and now who chief of staff
baba na mo face the country now was face the attitude
enima de wudi na no na wutwa wo ye bia ababi abegu bia ba so mo atia di e da wo behu anya da wo behu enti eno na yekoso no eya se Ghana fo nyina ye be sesa yesuman me se me hu so bi aka wura di agu ba bia na ho yira no because say na me start read ofofro adwuma wura no UK o say US and obai na dan me no kokuma se o fa me tan kem ne ye kwedu ba bi na obi no oti wo nu mi so ye de no to roba no e to fom na say the man did such born can sit no so no say Jesus Christ I dey na ko so ma we mu because hamsa abruchi ya nyesa but o ma we mu obi tike mu onu nsuo odidi bibia no ato atwe ko kan we say ni tin ya fe ni paso mo prapra no ka sa so bi nkwasa asem no na ko ne baby but asi asisi esuban anyosa da bi nsuo beto na yira fa yi mo nu joma ha na waba mu nsuo yiri fa o ma pesua mo nsuo yiri fa mu yi wo mu tweska say di ba ma hwa na nya bie obi frɛ no nka sɛ nsuo na yiri fa yi no minya 10 cities and 20 cities o ma tweska no mafa na joma ha ma ne ndisi fo a Ghana fo ko wu Gambia ama ye mo musika o mu diskan be ye yie atito ayi ene carpet se fom ato coke edi sika ni nyina woni o mu nkrofo awuo no kra no sika ni ama o na wo ne nsuo yiri fa wa ayi joma ha ma ne ndisi fo bebo enti yan say your attitude said ye be ye na saa nsuo na yiri a fa ye ne ho kire ye no aso beti and the we eye Samijan fini an allegation or they to minority leaders. Na Samijan fear you. What na TV so say? Ensure aton su aboka. Na waton Kenya aboka. Samijan fi. Am say woni mi nyansa papa. Ka ba hu say ton su ni Kenya aboka wo Ghana. Ye wo Ghana ha amagalam say asa o ma ni su nyina. Enti ansa na betimi atin su ba ko ani. Na be yensu papa. Ama Ghana fo nya nsuo no bibia yo ma de ofie no e ka wo be bo wo ho no enya asem ketwa ye bisa se gold wo kota e de na odi
yesi nsuo no edura ye di gum ye de purify no isi o mo bo ho empa aduanan 40 nti kanan no sanka ye de we ba ko e na di gum ase na ni atia isi o mo de mako 40 nti fa to do we ko na nko for raise concern say eno kwa betimi anya health implications enanu yi kokomlemle BBC fo ya Omatro krata ko Ghana Water Force omo community level omo si afi de Ghana Water Force enye omo no mo hwe community level no ne say atechero do a e wo nsuo ni mu na onim de bia no na meka say papa na odi MPP ko position no your friend Suleiman a friend Dr. Brahma no na Ghana Water Company for CU and MPP be ya few months to election I'm say August say ya na yekoto aba no e no true statement e ba abontin e be kan say the community level of Ghana in Sunumono. First, now 14,000. Now, Kwaku do 100 and something thousand. And you know, in Suna do baby, yet here ye beam. And now, Kokumeme BC for Sum,
Galamsey,
and ye shall say, stop Galamsey now. And then you could for Adonai, the MP before every year. And then make us say, community level that's running, and now 250,000.
Good.
250,000. I think you be some say more for data number or data ye need data be abi.
Oh, enti say ensuo ba kono a ye to no. Ansa na mo beti nsuo nani ama ya anom no. E ka no mabode e ka no so mo emfam re yam tue o. Anka bi ni obetumi atua Ghana Water nsuo o ha. Enti aduane a obi ekoton nsuo no oboka in Ghana now e normal. Obi eton kania no oboka o Ghana e normal. And ensure a man for illegal connection. And can you a man for illegal connection? Some of them be say we go that autono. One illegal connection wa hon. We go that autono, autono. One illegal. Our hon. One auto.
And in fact, light you see you generate light now 20 to 30% echo into production losses.
And the other near Kababem. And Timpo say obi ekwaye board chairman. Ewo ECG and Ghana Water ne kaba e normal. Ba wo de ndie nti asedi se what to gold aton gold no aboka gold empro and about intimate TM Faber being caught, she said, in short meaning Faber be caught, and can yet meet a Faber be corner. And she and Father now, I'm a cataka to a new. Now, what's answer Ghana for? You go your money come out, not for bloggers. Now, at the social media, so now Moncasa, so no matter can be an afraid. Yeah, besides, say, what 1.7 billion. Sika woka say Ghana water ni easy diabono eye kitu ebi ana omo kura de no eye mfia nwatwe adwuma wo de afi ba ko 1.7 billion wani nwuye wani akwa kansem hu no na wo fi sa wo be yosa na osahene akana no atum ana sem pipi fa akoma no atum sika ne de obetua mansem twerefo obi obetua ma
bloggers
obetua ama social commentators I'm not defending, but the day of accountability will come. And see, Jadena Oyen, na Ghana for a young Quasia for, not because I say, after your market, I could turn well, see you. Board chairman, so between a showing Kenya Boka, I don't know when I will see you or Hono, now or now the betrunso. Extortion, say, or Jiska. So be a sort what? Well, this is kind of a man or no. So we will be bribe. What would the bribe no man? Who would the 40 said you gave bribe no? And you some of them say, Obi Abaso, Dada of this car. Ya Omra or Ghana, ha? We are lawyer ni. We need baby saw the crow. Fako, Namun come on to Nasika to a $1.7 billion in India. Ghana for the Busa Cosisa, Moody can be say, a bank of Ghana Siko, say you go Bosico, Nina Ghana Sika. And say you are can buy much. More time of money can among your when you pay masters, Eddie Kana Kosi, Mabaka, Maboka, Mufisa Ghana for Jimmy. So $1.7 billion, no, and Yaka, and Yesika, more we are African Ghana for because the Anton Gold, Mokanya tomatoes.
I see. That's a J. Jamina and Martin can God Nasarbidia Krabi cancer. God Martin.
Yeah,
na ni mum to saying.
Ego kunyame adum ahodi e wo.
E da Yankopon ase an pay mu bi odi a brene ya bren so. Kakra ibi week. Na say anopay fiti enura na adi nyina no. Me a ani tua se weekend yi ma ese. Me wi Friday me wi na ese me toa so. Saturday sorry me wi Saturday anadwo na ese me toa so ko mountain. So I think later in the evening yi na kasa ni ya to nkofo bisa nkofo send messages bisa say o ma te say amuhu sem amuhu di kan ye publication bi of nipa akofa forms na udin ka ho so no ye be kan o hade say duaji o campaign manager duaji nim picture say o ma akofa form nti na nkofo bisa say then the other na also akofa form na publish a list of nipa akofa form na udin nim and experience na clear statement so if you nchen eba nti yenya wo ha no pay de chichirimu e dey important na ekoso so that nkofo beti afi
inside
well Kwaku dash me dash now my mentor info
okay
3rd August 2026 ECG post 2.5 billion loss as the government's 17 billion lifeline vanishes it is a ECG board chairman no omo kwache ne what I say? Yes. Some quality ECG for board chairman. No man ECG, a manager director and one
fee. Simple as that.
I had it here. Well, Kwaku. First of all, I'm Memfa and Chairman Dr. Mamuba, MPP flag bearer. Na Memfa a top amra first. And Sana and Commodore can be at the a top and Yimbi.
Okay.
MPP for me ka say me ko contest ni okuna minimum say nipa ehwede ye sa nipa a che odo kese ebro madwene me nti ase so e ma me intim sam penifo ne mrantere maba wona o mu de o mu ankasa on their own volition e support o me no nya mu gidie na e ma me auto so se metima ko contest na wi ni no omo fanchemi mama ebinu broken heart but omo fanchemi second apology no so koma empanifo bi ya ordinarily na ese mitimi e ka kire wo mo say decision matikini intino ebi amrabe issue statement intino ese me ka kire me bo mama ne ansa na sa statement na ba bonte no yansu menti ma mo mama ne ko wo mo so mo fanchemi odwegu fom ofa kisi du ka ho nipa bebre e ka ho nti no san panifo no so mo fa nkyemi na bebia ade ne duru ye no na o se bitimi ye ne ntem na bi sa statement mi se dan chensim kese ba Kwaku se wo ka se statement ba wonten na se mi di enka ho ba se yire hu de course ye di issue ha e ko fa form etina me mpese sa conversation be ko na afede se bi ko ya no ne bi mistake ko ha timi ye kwa ko rectify de no I thought say hu here nti ma me issue statement no preconti me nya enough time any empanifo bi ankasa ansa na statement no e ba bonten na Kwaku e no kre my main carry straight away said mene miaminia kuma Dennis Marcus Abwaji Asia na mene ni shia ye no na ye bi kan ye compare ye lose no na che say na Dennis e sile ne so say o pese go for the obeye na beye departure from the course 2024 no na enemy so be di no bibiri no isisi ani na acquired say ye mienu die eye denya ye ko contest ni bia ye pro ye mpro be ye adwuma abum Dennis ne kasama Dr. Mamul Baum flag bearer yes yet ha ye adwuma say meme wini a Dennis ne kasa ema Dr. Mamul Baum ya eye den ye ni ye adwuma say Dennis zu wini a me movement TV Monday to Saturday yet ha de bia eye den a say Dennis ni me ye adwuma na Kwaku okuna ana kanse ne yebekọ eni NDC fo bi hia no enya kanse ketwa na ehu bi hia se ya ho odin nyina no igide si yebeka abom na ya atwetwen so na ye ni NDC fo da kosia ya ye nyina ewo that optimum eyini se bukuta ma ho odin 100% de ne bukuta 100% ya me de support no na yakọ contest no enti no decision ne die obi nka menka no kren enye decision na me take na hogono so na say man deeper thought but me gidi say it is in the interest of the party say na me take that decision no na ya support Dennis ama wakọ contest no Kwaku democracy mu no enye de bia na ye de etimi choose be through election etimi bia etimi lobby etimi bia etimi ka say we di ye manenko on the poll if I bedu be go be take say ye beto dice inipa mienu bia mu nyina wo equal competencies yes ye to dice eto ne pressure wa ubenya mienu no na okọ baabi ebon so so timi mpenfo bi didi nkomo aka say we die ye giri se de ne kwa tumi betimi aba even though nye sa na ka bo pe ba mo manenko itimi ye ne sa ni Kwaku sa na decision no baaye say ye nyina betimi going forward no ye betimi aye adwuma bom a ahode bewom ye communication ye no ye na ye be support national chairman ye be support general secretary any omo aka nyina no enti say ye nso at that level no ye ntimi ani ho ani nkomo use communication tools am ya anti ho ase dia na say your problem edi Kwaku asempa yitia ne tintin titia ne say me de made no me de ato me de me support kakra me wono go behind Dennis Marcus Abwaji na me ma assurance ne say enkomo a me ni Dennis ye mienu atena se ye die no it's not going to business as usual say enema course 2024 no bia ye gidi se ye nyina gidi se enema bebre anko yie no Kwaku sa na nyina going forward no ye be correct sa de no na trust me sebe mentra me menye push over obem se menye push over mentra who think as Dennis ye di sa di se ne be ye no ba fe ekobe nkuma me remind no many Dennis wo fantastic relationship when twenty bia eniem into going forward ne Kwaku ye be adwuma bo
Kwaku diska
there be na seka Kwaku diska se ke no aka be ba be poyi so e be fire kakra se ne atiesi fom menye bi
so Kwaku di ene na ka me no da se bere yire wo
ne menye bi Kwaku magi bia e ka mo be ka you be the first people to know
especially ha no ke
Kwaku menyiska ena se be pedo asa me ko diska na for this me ton me yi di ama obi ana se de bibia sa ni ho ba me mom de me gidi se ye kwa anim Kwaku better days ahead ye nyina ye beka abom enkomo ba kwa me di ye me ne de ni stars di ye ni se said ye MPP communication no ene pro MPP media houses entina ye eni ni ye ni Kwaku enkomo a me ne stars di ye me gidi se going forward no ye be hu sakraye se pro MPP media houses afraid ye say information be ba ha na better the first before edin nkoma ha na so man bedi enkomo ni nyina ya ade a me na tashi edin nkomo nti I'm sure say the phase of the communication no nyame aduma after 3rd October no ni nyina ebesesa Kwaku the risk involved enya senketua the cost and the risk say we to kwan ukote bese we enya accident where you say ni nyina ewo ho no man nyame ncha de say if say there's a better way of taking the decision let's say yeah for me it is safe it is in the interest of the party say ye besa but before yes can be ba mo na so be catch mo ansana adnaba bonte no for mo fanche
okay me nse nkofo bibiri send the messages and mo ni ade say the class omo accept ayi omo accept but omo ye
disappointed
omo accept but omo respect wo decision is an man ade nyina awo enti
obisi broken heart no heavy weight
broken
heart no heavy weight
say after them papa ba ko so was Gordon why in fact why
tibebri never and go be send a message
but empedifo bi so aye analysis bi so e ma mo de che me enura na jo no say omo hwe e ba me post ade no na ba be 400 comments e ba ye me nkwa me post no nkwa comments e ba mo so mo ya analysis na about 95% approval rating be 5% na omo ninyi ho na bia omo kaka se bini adal but Kwaku say what take decision na MPP follow don na 95% and I would have said 90 say omo niji ho the why en eya Kwaku I think say you are on the right path meda o masi na prepare asem ye ka enye tetinye enimo yenim de ebisi na me admo echa ba prepare mu ewe die me gidi se me dem support no edi de ni sechi na me boa no na me madwe aka umiti muso me de ma no na wo fa ne de adwuma ne de ya I think say Kwaku ma menye ne sa
okay mate enti no between afọmọ na mo frɛ ebisa sɛ ɛna yampa na no mate afi Gordon akasa enum yi hadia good morning na ho to say second vice chairman we say chairperson second vice chairperson wo Ablikuma West hadia Amina Mohammed hadia good morning nti also do amina do ho ya pa oni ha na nyina o bebere do ho ya to dey me making kind messages no ha but be funny say ko bi we fo say wan ko na amoa but ni nyina so ye ni nyina so
man fa we adi ni twem ati we ha dwen ebisnafo a mo hwe yen yesre mo birthday na ya mo de bere yen wo de be ba fabra before 7 o'clock because in the next city one the birthday ba uti anyi ya mi ntimi nyema because no say wo di ba la
obi on mo ti say wo kasa wo ye obi o ti say wo ye birthday no sa do answer no send am answer
ba ye ho adwuma answer na ba nti yesre mo de be ba fabra before 7 bona mbi ura studio ha wo de ba ye nye
all right ebujanti Gordon ena matinka on that issue nti o say no krese wasi as you know Alaji pass that's why so kai Alaji pass Alaji pass no so akasa Alaji good morning Alaji na what saying gidi so ho ye pa on na chairman we bu kind of constituency Alaji chairpa ti bibia be fine chi no eri ba bia bi betimi asebe part de be me kra me kan say yen baby eti ebiri mini nkofo bi kokonto kwa bi ana me ka kire mo say aha ye between any adwuma ye na Monday to Friday if a Monday to Sunday credit ma party no communicators do send it me ye adwuma ye ni bi nti everywhere bi you don't have to be the communication director to say but everywhere bi so ana because before say EBS ni maybe sisan okwan bi so nti bi ana oye so be ba no nkofo fu so sa change no mo pe no o mu se bia obetimi di aba but the same way so no se du ba bi na hwe ne ma ba kumi nu bi so a ni ma so timi edane nti obetimi awo akiri na waye serve the same purpose nti amafo nkom komanto mo yem we broken heart bia eni ho afakisi edumate
yeah
na ho tsen
ọkọ
o say
miss ọkọ so so be trouble ni ju ni ba betina na meka ma so Kwaku no kwase mi ni enura me no ka say na meka se me ba ha ene and say before this statement ne beba no na filing me ne o kasa me friend and kasa say closing date no yeah Friday me hu no say no ko fu aba wo mo ka chim so wo ba me nte wo mo ka me hu no office but me kan ni tietia netintin nyina no and God na sama o kan ya je atum na mum assurance a me man ono so ne say you know wa ma ya ti assess o ya deputy shadow communication director and I'm office and so near your aquan. Indeed, so was you share miracle may in Hunwa, you share Gordona, ye be hun. In the office, I had a monument to move a deputy communication officer's officer. I'm for every share to MPP, no, maybe no, no one person car or no, near Babacata, because I might say, on the next year, adding common. Ama ne ono fo so apeso ye no ono no beye anope na wo ka bibi efa onabo afanyo Michael asem no ho enya se party fu na agya onabo afanyo Michael na mum ni nyina ye communication asem a ye ka MPP communication anka director asem bi ba wo frɛ communicators ni nyina mo hia no mo how you go about it. For more than 2 years, but my can say Wamukra Shiada. Wamunshia. Into Obia can again. Obia can be to my Esrao. And no, and I must say they are young in a day. Abba. And yes, it be a Ubia Jown. A month for Casa, Momo Casa, or no God or can be. A month also can be. But Ankadia party phone in our bed. I almost said they say one more canon. Now and no national because there is no direction, there is no delivery. Intimacy and now God may have to say or your deputy shadow communication director from October 3rd. So we hold him with that. But that's it.
Me so me da say of akisi odu na Martin kan
ba ko me da say of atimase na echopa no wagya mu amame say empani football na say me ko na me ko pacho am na mema of edi mani na wakwakoye Kwaku yenyina yegitu say your communication e de court 2024 no ene me bre e court enti no say the maker no we find a did baba best but for me the most important thing is ye call forward no ye bi na be ye adwuma abom as a team enya dey say ye ba benya counter direction from obi and say etimi damase se bibi ni na se won ti ase ana wo suggestion bi na wo fe peni bi na wanya na so the family so a me gidi se bitime drum peni fo ho now going forward no and Kwaku there's going to be a new direction a war the relationship between party and MPP media houses. There's going to be a new direction. There's going to be a new direction. I will say the CA social media and some new direction traditional media and comodiemo and the side of management and it's the moment trouble reorganization nyame my 3rd October ni review me gidi se mo be hu se agopama no so do be yede afaben
of tamake we see we the underground campaign coordinators of Gordon were not consulted. It's also a problem.
I make us a woman. Underground for I almost a mono crampono, almost also say a woman pie, Cassie, no more a year to my our front line. Omono all over and rap a branch to be sending message power from Sefi. The Bisu saying, or some boy for the Bisu. Sefi the Bisu. Na chese enkofo a wono mo aye meetings a everyone put wo said that the videos be bremi said the wono mo aye mami nie but we respect me decision Kwaku enra enipa mienu efre me ba ko no ebi junior enso opokuare yeah was now on so na just go be contest but enam say me see mu nintino wa anko enipa bienu ena nra o mo ka che but ni nyina ne say eye ntino eye say me kwa ta o mo aso ka che me so say many days atena se ni edin ko le say that mutual understanding there they will also have to find a way almost about communication will be because they hard in going for the year you know sad in the see a break to go from say communication any purpose kasama eye adwuma party no na ni ba kono pepa na wonya kwan emurem you know the odwe ho awon di ase any pa no se be asa wa ko school kakra wo expertise bi wo field bi opeso bobra communication setup ma waku obeboma boma wunya kwan engurem going for say me nyina no we are going to break down all these walls ama accessibility aba wa opepa so betima ye adwuma no obetimi aye enye hu hia se chinchina aye se wo ye adwuma e wo party headquarters ansa na wetima ye yi waku ye ka say there are thousands of people out there omo e kasama MPP about half of them go for muni party card. Yeah, okay, say the police station ko boni hifa wonim na so we just for MPP ni the such people no I was say to me recognize them effort na e will training kakra bi e be ya ma wo mo say support bi resources bi say timi de ma wo mo a etimi e de ama wo because we dey mesre once again a help and make but media de ko ma many days edi no die me gidi say better days ahead na me aduma 3rd October communication na mo abon say yes it say anono aye sharp razor sharp wa ye ma atsem ento enre Saturday na me ye bechirim me ne orabo kodo pon kroma edi nkobo orabo kodo pon kroma so kan say bi say going forward the ye ma ya kan say me try to be so ye respond already ye hwe say Ghana for adwumodo omoji side me we no orabo kodo pon kroma himself Saturday e kan wa say going forward say asem no die ye dem to say pe babi yano amana akọ because edienya how say it meet now na have a company registered e Ghana na kwa brand it meet TV so e ka say e ye Dr. Mamu ba me adia na party no antimi anya no who say ehu na ya ye duru ana say o ka sa no ko fa yo ma say oh the so do be no say brand TV mu dia entino obia anyi ni say Dr. Ba me adia but adeno so kwa ko so ekodi yenya Dr. Mamu ba me aka moni papa bi na obi ti baby say Dr. Bamia enu whiskey every preku yes o munya no and this for nisi hu no die e go for didi it going forward no I say be no hold my say the better so a ye ba be yedi aben hwe han say oh Ghana for they are discerning minds and they will know they will throw it into the dustbin there be into no Kwaku sa anything be sia
okay anti enono anti engineer Jonas Ajimai, the Gambia man. Engineer, good morning. Engineer said, "Utuka kakra fi Gambia, but waba the officer engineer yamo akwaba. Nti Gordon your hon nti Gordon said was stepped down as he communication director aspirant. No, ordinary. Okay, then we. I can't do no chone saying." Communication director, incoming communication director. And she Obi bisa saying do form now ko fa na they went to Akana. No omudi ba omo ato from no man for the anka obo go juice kana ono sa na obi sa me
say you na mgasi that no me
daddy ko fa from na utia
no but there be two options either say wo ko fa obetia I say ko fa le so adu obetia
okay
but when na family obetia because this kind of friend
I got to them
okay it's you know na ni wo ho no nti obi a ne nsemahu se yenia Abdul friend ni kwa ba kunu bi we na yeah so we need to ono wo ayi the conference ni po enfam godom me ni pa last time e share no wo demonstration as no catch us say omo koye adwuma ma e wo siri mu no Willensi constituency na me nso wa send message because Willensi ho no na omo akototo ni ma ho pa anti ti say nkrofo amo mo sesi from the door so
na bi what's it of course I won't na feel no alamre
kwese da no mo call Thanksgiving service o weja no na enough police for Yakubu so afre me aje say omo ne me achia yampa but me sere omo fa
nti Yakubu wo ayi Willensi ti no anu ti yesi ebe kinkan yi na ebe ha adwin tu de ye de be twere ho na yaye nti ofase no anu no ofa efechi ni abofo
ono ebe dey so so
but me and me say the post in there say unofficial deputy communication director
and the one award dey man no
ono na so ba ka kire yen no sa na kire ne nkomo na wo kodi ye no sa na se kire no
eni ye wo nchiri mu
o say say nkomo na Dennis Eddy no e kire say na ideas and then the vision no it's the same with Dennis into on no ebeche e won ba bomu no ha ye adwuma no o wa ha Dennis nso wo party office ye party adwuma ye hwehwe Dennis ni ehu na ye be hu Dennis
ba say no nche say deputy ba no e mutual understanding say you at least so the big family so and sabet na so beti and because you know na ayo major challenge am my communication you say afidure because wo pepe ni mo be abusa na sem say year abe good board asem Kwaku what is the party position on it me just say obi any party position e wo good board asem no utie wanadwo a wo be asem a akoso ya sami jamfi edidi ye marriage leader what did na tem no party position Kwaku wa hifa wonim eti endai ubetna ha upa Kwaku ubetna emo 10 na won ka gold board asema hwe supporters they will not be happy with you meanwhile so bianca we bianca say ka benku na say kodifa that is something na me say going forward no a version of the past it should be try
sabi jam tuni gold board asema ni some wa kan fa afenyo me na nyam nwanwo onu ani nkrofo Dr. Samuel Sapon wanya ne ba bi kro mun ko bi se kuma se for de sami dem fi enkontom pa sami dem fi etwato no so ne eniema ode ye no sablo na ono no ye Mr. Regional Minister ena kojo bonsu aye KM boss na de sami dem fi e de Dr. Samuel Sapon o kuma se no uru sami dem fi a obesuru masa oje ni paboni ni ankasa
all right it's Andra yes tolon for so anya yie tolon na a friend Major Sulemana so no so ada ninsa
Major Sulemana yes
inti yenua Yakubu mo say yema tolon for nyina ne for nyina shedin yema mo yakon
Audu Muhammad so bisa ada ne nyina shifita enne na me say the same most of the time ko say that Jordan ne ta most of the time
ne ta shebide me yi papa free mo na ma say me white no sia me white ne sheda
yanko gold board asama na
kakra ana certain masa o de me ba ma me ni abranti ni nkomo kakra say a friend of Abdul Razak Opon original youth organizer of Bono region. Razak, good morning.
Good morning.
What maybe Aboko there?
Boko what in poses.
Sir, Adin.
And I don't know original youth organizer. I'm a journal for every organizer.
And you come here so your original youth organizer. And you say your original organizer.
Yes.
For the Bono region.
For the Bono region.
Oh, okay. Now, I didn't know about crime.
Me that's me. I'm say the education my mentia. Me amura kwame bafo abronye
original chairman
na no odinkunim kese pa me no dey back cry very simple you see party no you started reorganization of the party we started from police station the electoral area and a bar constituency and a bar there no so regional elections say I do national you know adwuma betima akoyi na year yenyan kufo betima boy ma national so much say ayenema yi so and na ya me aduma yeru adjusting for bon kodua JFK na do on the view no okunkom e be kwa summit the form nti edisiare say ye ba be support no ya kan ho na wa kwa summit the form
o be submit for ene
ya me aduma ene
no be submit
yes
oh okay I see
and one dey be pio enkan ma
nti wo support kodua
oh yes
what didn't
you see me madi constituency youth organization 2014 and I'm about to be regional officer in fact name paying for be Juma honestly speaking so if Justin could you have from Juma why as a general secretary them my party na I mean I son Dawuro and no team who didn't hear was yes you were Justin people could be a partisan especially where I was starting rebuilding of our party now where to say yeah or they go in fact for the first time I transfer with the party communication in fact at the point the na won to me mon kwa na tise mo party no asem enti o say no police station levels I say in communication officer or into police station and then communication police station level no so be can executives no expansion of the police station no was an the electoral affairs so about in fact first we election research and election director and then ye through ye chemiu your elections affairs and your research so o ye na djuma nti say how dey gu na kwa me feel say wa ye djuma na adu point ya e wo say man kwa na wo san twas no ye no ye because when say all the banades she show say ye ntimi enkodi nkunim 2028 oyo bi so a problem say by a party na ye issues ye bi answer government in fact COVID-19 by na magana for ebore pa e kan sem gu ye so di tro ahodo papa na anjane mfiri de esisi ni na mo gina mu as a leader ejitum say no of course party ni ayemfo so bi mu wa ye a enye yi na mo be gina so na yatu anamo sa na mo na mo say what did you say papa ba air course was start for police station na Dawuro this particular moment it will be better for us you be maintain as a general secretary because experience na in fact ba mo no ujitum say untimi nya ne mani na pepepe by nay was suen hu amana boso enti e man kwan so trans as general secretary ye gidi say ebe bo ma yinkuni die no atimi ayi but this ntimi ye matra na kwa nya afi no di ba bi aduma na be suen aduma e wo say you obi a aduma na wo suen na wo hu na oye na wa ye ni na ma a good result could you know be an issue in this party obi a boni din rounds are all queen na me di achi ko ahafo because western north eba bono region me ankasa me dim with me regional chairman kwamba fa it tells you that clearly man for happy about na juma na oye you lose power yes but we can't blame the general secretary on the man you lose power me na me can be I was a regional youth organizer but I am me too me so as a regional organizer why not the general secretary of our party and immediately feel say me na juma oye no oye ni yi ni tino onu be hia say be sama na kwanya na wasom ye say general secretary ede my party okonya ede ye nim
I see na moko grounds no wo fo say grassroots no feel say na wo feel ya
I am telling you omo ye ever in fact general secretary position no will be one of the position obenya highest votes in this coming
because ebi so feel say the ajombo adunum ekoya omulusu ya mo kofi no the same way say could you also promise oba say the ajombo adunum ntimi anya no ba be ye no ntimi anya so a so musun kofi
you see tell me
that ono ane acting national chairman podio kan say na ensa ka kromo twen bi sisabire sanko mu nyina resign block chairman buti na ko
me say oba back be part o hu say why mistake say one can because we say could you ba oba no oba na you ajombo dun mo police station album ni na in fact for example there is some constituency bin where there was issues ya ntwaba ye twaba ye ntiase be tiase e wo court ni na could you ba inherit those issues no into a transfer from there you bet ma assess kodua atu aka na djuma ahwe djuma o say ya na ya this particular time why on ankasa na album how the elections so it should be for the first time of course you one or two challenges but we the only time why election the challenge is nya kakrebi it tells you djuma why ni in any case when we say okobobora na say the local football team no say team we dey call Black Star the moment I be say yes sister Dawuro you ask yourself when are you better represent to Dawuro? That's what I say. Players now about justify no. When I bet me abobo na change Dawuro. In any case, we are not comparing could you to John Bodu because John Bodu is national chairman. You understand?
Yeah.
But go for the general secretary with could you know? Omo performance in the city. I mean, are they ready to meet about my year 2 years? My answer is a very big no. Because you defeat in here, they were part of it. In fact, you can blame them that general secretary could you have from because so when you be no you so jani now you're president now ko coup d'etat na egu aban you don't blame president no you blame the other coup d'etat na buy me no say what so me dey in any case no ko do ade why aduma pa 2016 he was a regional youth organizer so he was a part of when and then they were be general secretary was you my in fa ye di sika che ni because the sika che no a wa general party no anamon so e dey asu aduma hu ni yi say dey ko tranchan near the for bar, your baby so I can just 2 years to election, 2 years ago, you papa. Next year, 2027, election year, and I started. Young man, Aquania, nonsense soon be as a general secretary. So soon be as a general secretary, trust me. Your party no, but be a person, so a person could do, you know, could do. Time I was starting these decisions, yeah, top down. A man for dinner temper, so Bekaya, your brass balbia, the general secretary, or your week, or you say, but when you can pass an annual election, I call polling station constituency, the presidential and two few are, and a man for interest about to Muaminia, Cabaya Marbo, in the party in your gunu, can say, but if you say, and no few election I echo. A man for Kotwaba will be within the competent. Oh, yeah. So you will be to my own to me, and you just got Kotwaba. And Quay no, we were a candidate A, we are candidate B, no, and no, you won't be sure. It tells you, say, or you'll be our dream, or you'll be our strategic, or you'll be our dream quite possibly. That is why I take his idea. It took a good leader to take a bold decision. Tell you, or take it. Yeah, Bonanoa, by no be a bon about the Kodia decision I would take you as a national council or the Bab on Kennedy. A decision, Papa. So I'm telling you, Kodia is the best. It will be a best secretary for your party this particular time. I owe a brave who was a Kodia Krana, and here this particular woman. Some lady, Nipa Hiano, to lead our party as a general secretary. I think, and only you are Justin Frimpong Kodia. I need or yet general secretary, your party, no, you know, OD enemy. No, did you pass a delegate at the message on my tribe because for in the past. We are parliamentary candidate. You are the campaign, you know, one I will do campaign resources in number basis, and then we're catching constituency executive, regional executive, and now resources be about constituency, but making sure say party now can be decided, but be also the resource here and echo. And quite back for be decision. We are studying about when I hear no, media, and intermediate, and we did say Papa or Bewene, but the American delegate is in and said, young Trabana money and Tony Casepan, so that will be a some party now, Obinya no. MPP among you could also now soon year, your 12 so Emma or Juma at the some party.
All right, Minia, you better medawasi na body a moon corner, moon call filing nomination in we. Movie, a better break a enemy and in Comma costume. Tea, a mark about the bank. Why? But I see the other room. Also, yeah, that was a bomb about the and so, Aja. Good morning. Good morning. Your friend Nana Jumo. Okay. Doma Central Constituency Secretary. Doma Central Constituency Secretary. Yeah. Oh, okay. Jendo also yema akwaba. Also obe support GFK. GFK campaign ya can fire as your Bible support. Okay. All the way from Doma Central. Yeah. I see. Any Bono region. Okay. And the tia unkro for na afimi na mwasi na. Yo, that room that say and Chanda mi say Zaka Kabi Sabre uti and ehwe and Chaka Shepa and Komamo. I said, to say that a kind and send them to Abubo be so, but clearly they will send ye pay to me be my pay or more money. Yera JFK contesting and clearly you didn't say JFK Estan tall and taller as no Budia. And just separate for Sinyame Bois after say a file on the 3rd. Omuna Mame Abois, Nafi, Omwa, na intimi and Twabama, Irajasin Kudia. Reforms are about party meaning and so your party officer, the rule. That's why your party room Juma up to a neck. That's all your reforms are by Nana. It tells you one thing. Say, a reforms are Ebwa Amadiarene power. Yeah, because 2028 about power. 2028 power na but another 2028 na akwaje power. Preparation starting from a neck. Reforms be bring na for the first time. My test from president pen. And then your test from 14 years. I can expand it on electoral courage and yeah, boy, amateurs take critical decision making. Away a party will. I might want ten. I shall yeah, you tonight test come no. I say in crying, and may need us walk. And now back I will be back as an NDC for about our mama you to be opportunity. Now, NPP is her. When I say could say no, and my wish say a boy to party about power. Sa opportunities here test conform party for mobile room a bit in Kwamai. I never quite the rule. You could be a watching my reforms we almost started and I'm the power back on say. This time, we are candidate here automatically now leader of the campaign. Now resources be about what you may decide will be our debate. None lose when I experience here. A chair idea back pay. So the fact that we are candidate in interest of one party no. What party interest na name party executives and party structure and you put in place na say ka say the year juma e betima boa am yetime awe ne political power bi ye wura kodua
free time you lose any pressure about party office to send an hour kaya say party chama kasanka so no an chama kra na complain say be ya munina ko dia ka say dabi ono no te office o azobo pressure bi ana so azobo otimi chechire mu etu anamo no ene amanfo anya nkitahudie up to now amane etimi ayesa reforms ya me gidie pa say ye boana ye mana konya na otimi eto aso na fe otimi ewene power edemai around that no so mo contest ne dey clearly me gini say bia ho a obetimi abwa and for the first time communications ya complaining and run up to 2024 elections we are obi abe complaining say na communication ye some of more 2 years so yentimi enya no ene kodua I insist right from polling stations yenya communication director or electoral area coordinators yenya coordinator yenya communication or constituency officers yenya communicate so I think say your problems are yenya you know what map antidote nkaka ebwa e dey resolve those issues anti Dawuro
yeah
adesade na yedema Ghana for nyina any delegate a omo nyina obi a ope power bia no adeche on the 3rd omwa na fe ewura kodua Jasin kodua from pon yintimi entwa no so ono pe na surest better obitima abo am push am yatima wene political power adeche
all right so yedamase minim say those areas nyina nkofo especially Bunu region Bunu East I have me say nkofo ti o hwe o pa
sure
so o how can say
bibia ultimate so bibia be free ba dia na gospel truth na yo
I mean because yeah police organization secretary issues kitu everybody of ara ya say ya kan was your movement no ma for project na ya kan movement you I say we na mutu na
movement na mi tie no
Mekai those issues. I'm a former MP back who framing. My friend issues now. Any address ever has to be the other 2 years. And Tiabu phone in I say, must see Muna money and that's it. Bubaja to the Venezuela, Nefi, India, and Trust.
You can call clinic, snappy, young concope, Ayarsa, our home. But must say, how the other when you say glaucoma na catarata. When Yama Yanko Sajibia. And mo fedro bia nkososo obema odro bia obenum na do na obenum no ebe yisa ha no afri wani so ama ho aton aface onya sexual weakness ana menstrual disorder hypertension stroke prostate kidney ana liver related issue bia na de ba nyame tumi nti ombesa ama won so onya ho oden omo onka bata kese mi nsa Ghana ha yedi ka no ka so Millennium City adade last stop ena kuma so makwada so ginasi ben market nechi ho okọ doma hinkro nso amo ben beneja preparatory school no wunya kodu ho nko ade a nyamitumi nti ombesa yare won number is 0541 565 199 ena 0502 812161 ya kan for victory garlic mr mo bia wotna se check kakra bia osore na obu ahwe na se na nisu ne biri no na ebom na ya tititi wodi su ha ensi isra wonye bi nenu ebeboa wonsa ho aye otititi a mesro pebi na nonom na enjai wa obre ansa na wada najo anase ya no ani si ewisiwisi wonsu behia bi pa afei oyi oba onsabo na esisi so entro nheda nim date poti awdi bu nsa eno so wonye bi a ebeboa wo ebe 20 bi a na okwa akasa wo pe victory garlic mixture enko kata wo pe garlic mixture wo so pe victory garlic mixture na waji bi dia kosa ho yare upebia tuna wo kuma se PFA pharmacy polina keba any misty heba obenye bi wa transfer repart ventures o kanshi any tinated heba benye bi ho number 0242 545 633 yanko tabia enra mi huna ko bi na asem yama wre ho se what the tabia a deep bread ada ya say o man you supporter na man you de odi o machi asa na beto yare obemo yare no anya tabia wa obeda de mo ache Titabia heba Mr. de edo tatahwe abrof tire no nyina o magye atum se eyadura se malaria cho na onum a obede wo ho fever na cho onum ebekọ onum atu wontimi ni di onum a ebebo ama otumi di yie ho tatutu onye bi nunum a we nyina no ebeja titabia heba Mr. de eyabusuan chemfa dura ese fie bia bisimu na ebobusuni nyina ho ban na Dr. Chris Ajuman oni adwuma fo nso asa atnase ɛde taabea taakum so aka ho aba ɔde turmeric honey flaxseed black pepper ginseng ne ginger na afrafra na ɔyɛ ɛyɛ adwuma ɔmɛɛmɛ ntinim tí o bɛ ti aseɛ ɛnɛ sɛ woni saa ahoɔden no ayɛ na ɔden ɔbaa sɛ woni okunu tena wɔn ntafra watɔ bi kɔma no ɛyɛ de na ɔbɛta firi taamu a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma no na aka kyɛn sɛ ɔnyɛ ntafra ne saa n'owie ɛne odi mirika na bɛta firi akoko apɛ sɛ ɔyɛ kɛse a ɔyɛ mɛdifɔkyeɛ nti wotɔ a ɛbɛboa wa nkasa nso so baabi atontona de obi abɛnya taabea hɛba mista ne taabea taakum no bi atɔ wɔ hɔ nom sɛ wopɛ bi afidie a namba no yɛ 0243 686861 yɛfiri wa ne yɛde ani kyerɛ mu osuhum ɛhɔ deɛ ɛyɛ twotwo herbal industry wɔne skin care products no bi ɛne ɛkɔpa atɔ deɛ di ka no nipa deɛ ɔsɔre adware ehia nti wobɛhia twotwo herbal soap na deɛ adware wɔadware awie no yɛwɔ nkum mmienu wɔ hɔ baako yɛ twotwo herbal cream ɛno yɛ normal skin yi ɛna ɛwɔ twotwo royal gel ɛno nso yɛ wɔne ɔmo wedeɛ na ayɛ sɛ deɛ awɔsen agu wɔ mu no ɛno wonya bi sɛ tumi wurawura mu yie paa kama ma wo nsɛm ɛtaa yɛ den wo nantintaa paapa yɛ wo twotwo hand and foot cream wɔ hɔ sɛ wopɛ sɛ wo skin no ɛka so no ho no totoro hyɛnhyɛnhyɛn a wobɛhia twotwo skin toner no ɛyɛ a wode kyɛ sɛ asrɛsra so afei wo tirinwi no ɛna hɔ a ɛregye afa hwehwɛ twotwo hair products no bi nafa sɛ sɛm na nyɛ sɛsere kyɛ ahoma no wɔn nso so a ɛdu anwummerɛ no akɔda na sɛ wosɔre anɔpa na yɛ nsuo koraa ɛmunamuna yi wɔn tu no ho tutu aka no ho wobɛhia twotwo baam no bi ɛno nso bɛboa wo ama wohaw no ɛtoɔ atwa wopɛ bi atɔ no akɔ pandamat palace malls ahodoɔ ɔbatwo na total hospinters ɛne supermarket bi a ɛbɛn wɔ a bɛnyɛ bi atɔ ɛwɔ hɔnom anɔpa yi obi a yusu kaa bi a wɔntie mi na wɔntie ne yie ɛnɛ kaa bo ayɛ den na kaa no bo ayɛ den nyinaa yɛ engine na ɛda mu no ɛnɛ engine bo ayɛ den sɛ ɔkaa engine break down na wɔnkɔtɔ bi a na efie gya adum na nhwehwɛmu ada na adi sɛ ghana ha kaa na engine sɛsɛ bebree nyinaa yɛ engine wɔyɛ na ɛdi gu mu no nyɛ sɛ engine wɔyɛ no nyɛ papa o ɛsrɛw engine wɔyɛ no deɛ yɛ papa aborɔfo no yɛ no yɛ no kama ɛwɔ aburukyire hɔ but ɔmo yɛ ma ɔmo wɛda no wɔ hɔ wokɔ aburukyire ɔmo wɛda no da din gye ɛmnɛt kakra bi no yɛ na ɛhɔ akyi enti saa engine oil no gu engine mu wɔ aburukyire hɔ a ɛboa bɔ engine ho ban na yɛn nso akɔfa kaa no de aba ghana ha na wia yi ɛhyehyɛ ti sɛdeɛ yɛkyɛ sɛ yɛasɔ gya wɔ mu enti wosa akɔfa saa engine oil koro no agu kaa no mu a kaa no nante twa few months a na asate huru ɛwɔ engine mu na abreki engine no down seahorse foɔ akɔfa aburofo no fi india ɔma bɛbia ɔmo factory no wɔ ghana ha ɔmo ne ghana fo no aka bom ɛnum ayɛ seahorse sp2 engine oil na ɔmo hwɛ yɛ weather no so ɛna ayɛ nti etumi withstand saa harsh weather condition no nti sɛ egu kaa ne engine na wia bɔbɔ sɛn koraa na ɛno yɛ ɛyɛ cool ɛwɔ engine mu nti ma engine no ɛho hare no mesrɛw kaa bi a woyi so biara no yɛwɔ ne engine oil hɔ sɛ kaa no yɛ brand new sɛ yɛ home use sɛ yɛ diesel sɛ yɛ petrol sɛ yɛ den ne so ne engine oil ɛwɔ sp2 engine oil kɔpɛ bi tɔ na daakye ba abɛda yɛ ase ɛwɔ adwuma mu ha na akɔ akɔhwɛ wɔn nso ɔkye akwan akɔdɔ wɔn ase paa wopɛ wɔn ho nsɛm bi abisa numbers ni nie 0540 424386 ɛna 0204 577 559 yɛkɔ edu herbal hospital ɛwɔ nyame kurom mankasim baafi kurom mankasim na oba ɔdɔkɔ official town so abaako wɔ hɔ ɔmo de bibiduro ɛsa nyarewa ahorow nyinaa nti yare bi a ɛdu kuro biara no bɔmɔden na adokɔ hɔ a ɔmo bɛsa ama ɔse wɔnya std anaa stroke a bra na wɔn nyɛ wɔn ho adwuma na wɔn ho ntɔw wɔn ana de smb test strong man bi test the only bi test with no alcohol nso aba ɛsiesie nipadua no yie ɛmaa nom mɛɛma nom ɛyɛ adwuma ma nipadua mu no nyinaa na sɛ bɛɛma nom na ne yiri nom bi nso deɛ a ɛneɛ wei obi sɛ double profit ìdúrà nyina bùtù sɛ yes ma ɔnyɛ agye ɛna ne gye no nso awie mu die baabi atontona do bi akɔ abɛnyɛ bi atɔ hɔ ɔpɛ nnuro no bi atu anaa pɛ hospital no nsɛm bi abisa nso a ɔ numbers nie 0243 989368 anaa 0558 379 645 baabi a meka kyerɛ ɔda na papa bi sɛ ɛda so bɛrɛ deɛ ɔha adwene nam sɛ adɛn wɔsɛ ne deɛ yɛkɔ university yɛde adwuma bɛfie nyɛ certificate ɛyɛ mpa ɛnɛ andadwoma hama ne ndc sɛ ɔkɔ university certificate bɛfie a ahwɛ yi a wɔne bɛba na obi de kyikyiri nkateɛ ɛnɛ kɔ university ɛbɛma adwuma yɛ kyɛ no pɛ yɛkamfo tech bridge university college ama wo ɛhɔ na wofiri ba no a na wadwuma kura wɔ ɛnyɛ certificate kɛkɛ ɛna ade bɛba fie ɔmo kyerɛ nsa no adwuma ahorow bebree wɔ hɔ nti bɛba no wɔa bɛtumi abɛbie wɔ adwuma a wo nso bɛfa nnipa koraa bi aka ho na ama unemployment no nso so ate kakra ɔyɛ degree diploma certificate ɛne short courses ɛwɔ digital media and communication design jewel design technology, fashion design technology, and a product design and entrepreneurship. Omo oyibi adenta dodo wakwan so ne Valley View University and the Infanimu. One number is 0540 124400 and 0540 124488. Dr. Adujam Fimidima for Heba Hospital. Dr. Time of the Association Control says, Yarena Eha on Bomodia Fabra Naseo, Kakran, when you have a do on Quadia ready to minty, inside and fire Reno and Kofi, or see there be about one pie and say, Yarena have a bit near a bow and on Quani Yano. Now we need to be do Hodia and ye, Yame, a bear diaka. Now, just say, Yarabia out Missa, far from Jimmy Bayi, Yarabia out Missa no Honomo. Kumasomo, a Buakwa Chimago, and a crown to Mopokia Semaira. Our number is 0244 774282 and 0245 616 336. High sense, your teachers will say, she television out there and home theater, open air conditioner and fridge, deep freezer, open electrical and electric stove, gas stove, washing machine and our pay, and our open blender, microwave, rice cooker, and our air fryer. Be able to say home appliance be our open, baby, I saw called a high sense. Ghana had the Omi number 1. Now, Omaji baby, our Ghana have. This is an municipality be our more showroom. The South Intino, Yentimi Bonina, about 261 baby. To the end, say, oh, unique number of ho. Baby, I would be our first or high sense. Now, who's a homes, or more showroom a ben one. For number and afraid. Simple. Freya, or Mefanomacho showroom a ben one. Number 0302 550 000 550 000. Nature medics, Edinomi and Sabia Jasonano pay a confirmer, Ubia Uti and now Oshaye. David can a gasto mixture. O problem is that the Anatoyam na Uyemio Yabu Faso. When your stomach or ana typhoid fever. O problem is diarrhea na indigestion, gasto mixture and a bebo, when you been with Bijay. Oba in sebuences is Ubun Sauti and now I use yeast infection into Bama bar on cow maybe you know. Oh, the any mensoplasm mixture. Pebinum. Na problem no influence na amfa wo how anko to fia ba phobia eso we ya be ma wasu mpanin kwaso ntu process ase e ba sa wodun so mu na problem be mu e tetu bebre ensema de enema de obefem no wan kasa na wan hwe ya obekase ofiefo etan ento nyenye wo mu a wo de e prostaplas mixture wo ye bi no mpe sa how no na so etu atwa ba bia tuntua do bia nature medicine rei benye bi ato e wo ho no wa pe bia tu no 0248 778899 obangu masua manenye wa hisimihia obangu masua manenye odadwene nwuma ankura de besua de ofie ni school mu nyina no ma enye best brain publication for ensa no adwuma efi crèche akopim KG3 omo preschool textbook ho basic 1 to 6 omo so omo de ho afi GHS textbook ahoro GHS 1 to 3 omo math integrated science English language career technology creative arts social studies religious and moral education and French about SHS textbooks now your general science general arts business home economics and arts your head office no Kumasi Pankrono la Posada Hotel Echuha your number 0507 200 200 and 0241 520 946 after ba Accra so a Ashiye Fulani Road Amber Street number 0509 822 9 Kamali Islamic Senior High School Kwano so a number 0509 822 372 Takrade Asakani Ewo Daskan Center in number 0509 822 398 Ho Newtown Penu Road number 0503 649 Abisi your Catholic Secretariat to Nechuho. Your number is 0201 678 333. Sir Okoko Fodia, Ubehuyan, our Yamikrum. Nana or MA School no Enchewa. Your number is 0557 105 566. And as if you also, your water also, your Bambula Gardens. Your number is 0205 471 012. And also Ofrenia, Ubenyaye, Nafi, Mwabia, Sese de Bobiano, Yabuao. Natural inventors, Kofinya Mekemo, the Congo ointment, Aba. We obia, and Yamagugu, Guidian, and Basabasa. Skin rashes. nso ka ho na ho ye ohini na ntema propro kakawure etoto uma na se obigu ma odi nta na be showa munyina no ehia Congo ointment na modi akon atu saa yare no afiri mu so baabi atontona de bi akọ abenye bi ato e wo ho no so pe bi atu afra 0249 017 101 and 0204 616161 Movement television won to me radio akra ye to nsa afro say dwumedie bi a wudie bi afese bo ho dawuro ma wo no so papa na ye be ye ho adwuma ma kama ama mansan nyina ate wonka ye kokomlemle akra ni utan akwa no so ofi circle na be san kwa akra ni utan wa e no kev no bend ofa odo rice ni mu ho a oba yo o traffic light e sadisco traffic light na bebo wani straight won sani fa so ba 50 meters dan shina e wo ho no eye junction a ekọ heavy do choba emfa so ko ani straight bi over 50 meters ka ho won sani fa so the next junction ho na moving television any won to me radio ye wo your numbers any gu so no 0509 301401 0592 589720 and 0246 375 134 Dawuro no we you dey be no buy no amfani ni na nka ho nti
okay but we be the back be by but the mamiwie madi we a mehwe eho asem akanti amabo ahema e wo mention amabo good morning. The last time I say, amabo ahema nyum and one o mi too much
and comfort okay.
The last time I say bo ahema win can say amabo ahema ya bo ahema ya na ho yere
erade adomo kran mu
e de nyankopon ase ya bo ahema e wo ha for company Pimsign company limited me wa and a gain range of products okay. Mainly como Pimsign Company Limited adwuma ben na ye ka se a guy range of products so a product ben
me that's bebre e bi chef mama mo ache de din kan e bia mote yen kan e wa fide isi ne ye fe me bo ahema se de din kan aka no Pimsign Company Limited adwuma ko mote hu si wa omo ye endro herbal medicine enye no kwa no omo ye omo nyama bebre omo de beja so na eno achi no a guy range of products a product could be a Pimsign Company Limited, Dr. James Amuadano, and Akofade Abeja so, and no a Makumako and 9 for now. Nindra Abeja so, and no grants and ever releasing on that, Tesabas body creating kind of a sunset, and near my idea and journal, a annual dinner, a boapa papa, a SCSNpedia. Minim send the Padobia or 7K, at the penny, a Gaya, when near me patch. Cement Viper Herbal Mixture and the capsules are. They didn't candy be just so and they are sending the FN again Herbal Mixture and in the capsules. And I'm said the drone a bird Jumania the bedroom crying and can find the money these are guy. And now some my 18 necessary and drone put in front of a guy. Now a droy a dry a boapa papa or share drone who I back at say a formulated droy and my sissy dear. Ama low libido Emma ewo mani mememu e mani meme nyina eboa ya wano adin efi ni pedue ne mu eni ti se nei so bi sura no pa na still na oda so ka ni sisi ya ne ya onya siatica ne kwanti twetwe no ne haya ne ya ne hare ya na se onhia agan heba mixture ne capsules no e na onya bi nso ntoya na watenka nso a ontu anamo enta no pe ya meti asa me ka chew se na wote me nkan a na se nkwaje danie kona kope agan heba mixture and in the capsules. Can it be a friend of cement vital herbal mixture in the capsules? No, na kopebi na to na intimate emwa na nsiesie ni pediano. Eno echi agan ebwa eyi echikase eyaw ho se de medi kan ne o kan ye no se bia wo siatica pain o to asintini twa ekosi unan ase a edra obefa no usisi ya wo ya edra obefa no echikase ya wo ya edra obefa no na emom ni tichiu no so yo ba ana so ye bema na wo temenka ena no pa ye edra ba ko a meka mfama wo ebe boost libido pa eye agan herbal mixture ene ne capsules edra be boa wo bema ama wo e boost libido bia na mane o ka se o premature ejaculation na wo de ahye se oba na ne ho ye fe dodo na obua yare bebia metene bia meka se yare ebetima ye so almost no ene ni wudi atete bia na wo de na secondary wo abo adwuma be sa me de wo de no nhye da nko ye sa che se wo ye ya na ye se ya to din nanso ene enkwaje aba ofie kope agan heba mexture ene ne capsules no bi nanonom obi ho afa diabetes ne hypertension dra me ma no titu ama say ne side effect na affect no ama say tim keja to kra agan herbal mixture ne capsules so me boa e na wotime nken kona kope baako capsules ne syrup no to na fe dro no 3 days later branafa results breme agan ye dro papa enchana no pe wotime nka ko na kope bito doctor hwedin na ordinary to fam no hu say enkrofo bebre na e wo issues e fa kwan am cholesterol si ye adwuma e fa metabolism ho ekrofo so omu ye funu omu so so a de bia wa ye bloated so no po ni dis no ye bloated ne pa bebre na so na wo issues a e fa bacteria and after viral infections bi ti say STI say in sexually transmitted infections bebre ya abayi go no syphilis ni ade and into ko hwehwe mu ko fa garlic and all the prekese can ho any other ingredients ebeye agan prekese garlic mixture ye de do ya bedwa so a say do we eye jumanya sem ketwa and into high cholesterol and as all hwa why you bloated before you kapu hwa viral infections be na acho kokko na kika viral infection ko anu ne dro viral infection no bi ego no syphilis ne kika ho bacterial infections so wo ho obo so UTI na eye no me sure edro me kan fama wa no pay eye agan prekese garlic mixture. What the prekese na what garlica? Meaning so ni na be dia dance say prekese de and na garlic and sunity chu antioxidants e yi fin ni pedrenum e boa ma moja e die fusane o blood circulation e koyie e boa ma arteries mu de da ho enti na moja famu no e mu nyina da ho no sansa sad boni nyina be na na efi ni pedrenum e sa boa ma wo yefunu mu e suti wo yefunu mu to momo osa na tete a 8 calorie ato apete no e boa papa e boa ma moja die fusane enti boa ma ni pedrenum ye adwuma enti wa e bia wo ta fa agan heba me sane ne capsules a ne dwuma ye slow to obi dia wo say me no ya na ye mi say na so wo de wo no manya wo saa Miss Shaw and no could just now compare a guy have a mission in the capsules na Shannon so better prekese garlic mixture no now the akaho nimi no beboa ama wa ye hwe na contentem e beboa ama wo nipadua na sisipi nititu more diabetes na more hypertension no wo fa agan no na wo fa prekese garlic mixture no so the akaho na sa great combo yi e be normalize o blood sugar no e the amount afi so be ma pressure no so akofem kra na afi aboa ma agan so ye dwuma ama mema se ma tia ko nyina asan aba oba obu nsa ema nyina no so asan aba na afi de ahomeka abefie. Your number is 0244 718557 0244 718557 and 0244 716557 0244 716557 0500 8890 na say me tutu mani na me hwehwe kroma me ta hunu me ta te papa say enteric fever ebu me mfam fonso ne maye nyina bebre na no so toyi me tena afidie bia so bodero se mohwe modidie yi o nso nkrofo bi ante aduane ayakwa akodie e de sa enteric fever yi aba papa e fe ne typhoid ana se wonya malaria nchidi ya de malaria mosquitoes ne de ba nso no toyi no so de aba papa Miss Shaw, aganya kofe draba, yeye ma Ghana, yeye ma bibrem hafo ye moja, and into Miss Shaw, se malaria natural, and I want to say when you're typhoid, when you want to we obasa, konako test it, or typhoid and malaria, a draw beto, agany malamis, agany malamis, say drew way, a bit too malaria, no typhoid, I see deku crowd the amount, dear Honambo to Jumna Joe, a bit too as here. Edia ko wonu matu tia wo ya ho ya obasa e beyi ni na de afiri honom eye agan malamis wo so a wotanya omoja so tie kakra na wonu matu kakra na omoja so ate de bia ko hospitalize omoja so obi de correct mi kwada 4 na afeji se e ma na blood transfusion wanu adraba agan herbal tonic agan herbal tonic na sa herbal tonic yi ye sheda to ye boase e di fruit ayesi di nenya hode nenso aha yedi niama spray ho niama fruit na kasa na eye healthy no aye contaminated na no papa bi so koto brofre odi ne nenu nyina keka no se dentio ene ntimi show aganfo akotwetwe nuaba mu nso 80% ena o mafa herbs a ema moja so 20% ena ya kabom de ayesa mojadroi enye mojadroi abeno ma honfona honhona no ofo aye kapu da bi ebeto no bo asiesio na ma moja yeso atete no aba ama kyɛ sɛ wo so wonya ahomeka nti w'ani so biriw wo so ana wote ahwe anada wote ate sɛ da bia bɛkɔ hospital ade a yɛtaa de kan ano paa sɛ ɔmo gya so ate a mehyɛw agan blood tonic ɛna mɛkamfo ɛde ama wo agan herbal blood tonic ɛna mɛkamfo ɛde ama wo nnuro maako nan ɛwɔ dwa so pharmacy Lansing chemical shop and I have a shop bi abenye bi ato ne ma wote me nka wa fidie yi so na apɛ dodo atu akɔtɔn ɛwɔ nkran ne ma ntem ha ɛyɛ ɔkan shi dry clean we pass benches ɛna abenya dodo na atu sɛ wonti bibi ase a ɛsrɛ fa yɛ number no na frɛ yɛn yɛ tena fidie so ayɛ brani so a ntu frɛ yɛ bɛto yɛ bo ase na de ha no ka kyerɛ ya yɛ kyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛde akyerɛw yɛ number se ne biam yɛ 0244 718557 0244 718557 and I say 0244 716557 0244 716557 and I 0500 888890 0500 888890
okay yenu amandi say we chinkra ha nyina epe again prekese ni bi atobase onya bi ntimi mi so ase ashorty ana
en shorty afi kwa na abakrom dem problem ne say retailers no and bia omo kofa omo mfa ndodo de e fa se memetaate and ntimi so herbal shops ahodo amwo enkran ha enkuma amwo ha se ne yenu amani dia ba mi so ukwa ya de dodo okan shi dry clean repair benches na obi dodo na e ho na etuton sisi a ukwa okan shi dry clean na pe ba kwata obenya bi ato upe dodo no so repair benches obema do so po na tu and iti herbal shops ahodo amwo ho no mi so mo de na mo nyama dom sa kwan no se ne be ya omo ba obenya bi etu aton
okay amandi nti andi agi so ukwa okan shi na okope bi to me da asimi ni aba
miss me da sibe
abusha me ntwa ho kwaji adwadi nkrato ye ba eni kofi tonto the
call, the warrant, and to allow the vacation, lawyers to have their rest, and allow only vacation judges to do interim cases. The argument that there's about for money, articulating, when Justice Palmer sat on the case. The same argument. On any in terms of law and everything, reasoning, shocking. You see, so it clearly tells you that Justice Palmer could not independently depart from whatever the Chief Justice have said. And that was my worry. Because I think, say, as a practicing lawyer, I never call count with judgment a 3 minute. Say, lawyers are independent contractors. You are not part of the judiciary. Lawyers are not part of the judicial service. And, you know, if the judges and the judiciary is going on vacation, if I don't bang. But Justice Palmer, and in his ruling, has forgotten to say, lawyers are officers of the court. The fact that we are not employee of governments, and now we are not part of the judicial service, doesn't mean that we don't have a stake in the administration of justice. And Justice Palmer ruling has forgotten to say, under Article 125 of our Constitution, justice does not belong to the judiciary. Justice does not belong to the judges. Justice does not belong to the JUSAC. Justice does not belong to the Chief Justice. But justice emanates from the people and is being administered on behalf of the people by the judiciary. In extension, justice is for all. So judges are our servants. They are there because of the people. They are not of their own. And lawyers are also owners of justice. Mr. Palmer, today I'm disagreeing with you. The way you are looking at lawyers, you were once a lawyer, and I think your ruling, you forgot is that judges, lawyers too are part of they exercise judicial power because they under Article 125 no, they own justice, and lawyers are so critical in the administration of justice. Say the Constitution are giving lawyers role. Say every accused person, everybody, every citizen has a right to choose a lawyer. And every citizen has a right to have a lawyer. And lawyers play a bigger role. Look, when administration of justice is without lawyers, there will be handicap. Judges will suffer. If all lawyers decide to go on demonstration and withdraw our services, how can you administer justice? Because we have the key role. We are the defender of the poor. And we assist the court. The judges are not all knowing. That's why I disagree with Justice Kwame. The judges are not all knowing. You are lawyers. Every judge is a lawyer before you became a judge. Every judge. You are our classmates. As I sit here, my classmates, I was gone 3 years Supreme Court judges, 1 female and 2 male. They are my colleagues at the legal faculty. When it comes to the Court of Appeal and the High Court, they have about 7 or 8 judges, including Judge Amuyate. I don't want to mention about 7 or 8 of my colleagues are judges. And before they became judges, they were practicing lawyers. They practiced. So every judge is a lawyer who enjoyed legal vacation. They all enjoy legal vacation. They traveled, they relaxed, they rest. They didn't raise an issue that we were independent contractors. No. Vacation is vacation. Rest is rest. And rest is divine. He who does not rest die early. If you don't rest, you are evil. Rest is divine. Bible said on the 7th day he rested. So rest is key. And that's what the fact that you want judges should rest on the vacation, but lawyers there, we should not rest. That is why I disagree with you. Your judgment. Because if you say lawyers, we cannot rest because we are independent contractors. Judges can go on and rest and few work, but every lawyer should be active. And then in his ruling, Justice Palmer said, if a lawyer cannot come, he should send his genius. As if genius too are not lawyers. They are also lawyers. They are human beings. And the person will be engaging lawyer or engaging junior. People engage lawyers with experience. And genius normally go and hold briefs. So it's sad. Say, we will make it as if lawyers are lazy. Lawyers are not ready to come to court. And so lawyers must appear at all costs. But we must also have a period of rest. And I was expecting, say, I was disappointed in the ruling of this woman. I was highly disappointed. I was like, wow, I don't see law. I see more of politics mixed with legal reasoning and a position of an agenda to ensure, say, oral cases are heard during the vacation. That's how I saw the judgment. And I can tell you, because it is only one judge, under Article 134 of our Constitution, B, upon Nkrumah and Co. should go for review. I'm not convinced about the ruling of Justice Kwame. Review, then we have 3 justices of the Supreme Court who sit on the review. If they sit on a review, now I'm far. Ghana Bar Association, let's begin to fight the judiciary, the bar, the bench legally. Don't allow the bench to intimidate us. The judges are our colleagues. We know them. They are our friends. We know how they enjoy legal vacation when they were lawyers. So how come say all of a sudden they tend to be as if they are working and we are lazy? That is the spirit of the ruling. As if lawyers are lazy. We don't want to. The Ghana Bar Association have spoken. Well, we must stand solidly behind the Ghana Bar Association against the judiciary, against the bench, the bar. Because in law, the bar must give respect to the bench, and the bench also equally must give respect to the bar. That is the code of conduct of judges. Judges are not there to lord it over lawyers. There must be mutual respect. Because at times you have the lawyers who are even senior than most of the judges. We have senior lawyers who are 50, 60 years at the bar. Other and in terms of seniority at the bar, and Okujato Blakomo, most of the Supreme Court judges were homogeneous. So the political lawyers are not babies, they are not children. We also know the law. Look, let's arise as Ghana Bar Association and let the judges know that we also know the law. We will frustrate you legally. Look, the lawyers of the accused person, when you go to court and a judge decide to proceed without the lawyers, raise a legal objection and go and file certiorari application at the Supreme Court. Add prohibition order against the trial judge who want to try oral. File prohibition order and certiorari against Kukuvite and against the judge who want to try the cases. The two judges assigned to do oral cases file certiorari application and prohibition order, place it before the Supreme Court and serve them, the judges. Let's frustrate them until the legal vacation is over. Because your right as an accused person is at stake. Your right for fair hearing. You have engaged lawyers. Lawyers say they are on a vacation. So if a judge tell you to go and look at lawyers and all the lawyers are on a vacation, how can you go and do your case? An accused person with your lawyer, your lawyer car. Lawyer they say my vacation. It means remember. Now how can a judge force you to do your case? Any judge who want to force you, please file a prohibition. You have placed before the Supreme Court. By that time, not 2, 3, but the legal application is over. Ghana Bar Association must fight this thing. Let's fight it. We can't sit down and let NDC destroy the judiciary and destroy the Ghana Bar Association. NDC want to destroy everything legal in this country. We can't sit down. Me, I'm enjoying my holidays. I will not go. Now, say me a lawyer in the matter. Oh, Jesus Christ. The trial judge and we will tell you are in trouble. I will frustrate you legally. I will be filing process every 3 seconds. Not file application. Every day, 24 hours application. Every day, one application after the other. Case number so that. May file the Supreme Court. Every day, the case number so the legal vacation is over. Legal vacation I can't less down even 1 month. File processes, move frustrating the ruling. And one lawyer should not only file. There should be multiple lawsuits. We're filing and the panel we are filing numerator, or so we are filing. The lawyers will be filing until the vacation is over. And I pray, I know that this ruling of Puamari will be overturned by Supreme Court. Whether this Supreme Court doesn't overturn it, thank God, under the same constitution, the Supreme Court is not bound by its previous decision. So it will change. We cherish our legal vacations. We will not surrender it on the altar of convenience because
any we can more than a job and employment on enyuma ne den
Basically, no.
Actually, back I say, Numa. Saying the same thing. Jobs near employment there. Numa Honsam so. Ghana. Go be able to there. I say, Obesra and I check a crack.
No correct.
Maybe you say be crowd call a crowd to take a crowd.
Oh, no, me were whole last week.
Okay.
That's my Sabbath.
Okay, you're my crabber. Now, Dr. Baumiana, who ye?
Oh, no, who ye? And you call a Central Region, Cape Coast.
Okay.
Agri Memorial, now AFE Zion for a program. Now, a man Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, okay.
For the contribution towards assuring Punchu Titru. Assuring Ankasano at a material point or to ambulance where the child.
Oh, okay.
Na a more branch back, I think a more hospital, so a francho, Ashanti region. You see, to ambulance at the child. So, assuring no. Ana ntiache nti amwa wode abo mu over the last several years enyo no nkone empeni 43 bi amon so aboa asore no let's say omubo na baso okay for Central Region we feel on a area Ambrose Dairy so now
former interior minister
yes
okay
we did a 70th birthday
oh okay
tema nti ano so ekoho na me adom na ewia besha koto adwuma no so ene yo party mpanimfo bi amobeba ene yura ababeshia nti me fi hape me
besha ko office anasi fi office okay but say me ho ye de na
oh na
okay alright de Yakopon ase nti en de e any kind fi commonality free baby I want answer the about other issues. One year who said committees no the statement about on issues. Employment and jobs and employment. At the end of that table so say
on say the association say on my bia no say ubetum pon a yawo Inuma ubitimi akriti. Nti you can say economic growth. Economic growth must really end up achieving one thing. Inuma. Economic growth are emfa yi DMRE and crankre no kwaso bi ani so. And until now 2011 2012 thereabout Ghana the GDP was doing about 10%. At that time the highest in Africa. But now because of the oil, President Mills back so for 11% or so growth, but that was because of the oil. Yes, oil need creating human, but the truth of the matter is that now the human do not creating. Was it substantial enough to overturn the economy? It was good growth, but not in a way that a bit me ankre any adwuma. Now if in a specialized area in the downstream side of the petroleum section. So open say o mine etum fon, you must therefore increase what we call the complexity level of your society. Yemfa mebusa say America boy sikafo din a hwan na robo ni
akoya onan finishing near X any day
Elon Musk
wabo eyinum din Bill Gates no kaka
no abo Mark Zuckerberg
yes
abo Warren Buffett but you see sankofo na abobo mu din nyina no omontontos Omon inko tu niyama mfi abrochire meton. Sebe menkase ni nyina anye. Boni bi enyi. I am just trying to explain to you the complexity level an economy must reach to attain the growth of ocean. Now,
a year Bill Gates created a product through Microsoft. Sa product no say upon baako a wait me attorney $500, $600. Apple a creative product baako a wait me attorney $2,000, $5,000 depending on the product.
Yeah.
Elon Musk product or creating wait me attorney $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, $80,000. So those products, say Elon Musk to me turn 1 million of them krana are bigger than Ghana's economy.
Okay.
The reason is that the complexity level of that product is high. So complexity level measures a country's ability to create products that are of a certain standard. So what they call a drama so the value no is extremely high. Ghana yeah complexity level no form. Into you bet me create BB say orange juice, apple juice or pineapple juice. You bet me create BB say shoe. You call some areas kakra. There's some of the pharmaceuticals no. So bet me create BB kakra. Then you bet me create BB biscuits near there.
Yeah.
But then you go to China. And they are creating machinery. They are creating cars. They are creating phones. They are creating laptops. They are creating products. The complexity level is so high. Say the product value is high. Into one company, Sika Ubinano. A company like American company like Apple. Apple Sika Daho. Common for Monsan can Sika Daho. Over $1 trillion by selling products.
Yeah.
So Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and this was say, how do we increase the complexity level of our society so that we can move from say Yakut Tintos in Abeton. We can move from say fruit juice. But we must then increase our complexity level. Say Negana bit my laptop and Negana bit my be a certain machinery be a we are seeing in our bed here. Now the rule yet say Echina Apple focus omu be a factory ewa ha no mu pe 1,000 engineers of a certain standard. Ofi say Apple nzabe kan Ghana.
Baby. Menyini
Apple so mobile. They are very fine engineers in Ghana. But almost mu pe 1,000 or 2,000 engineers.
Menyini so
of a certain computer engineering background or something. It will be very difficult.
Because say Abrekra is accessible to all your niggas near per welders at a certain standard.
Because a minor complexity level near them. Now, how do you increase your complexity level? The advanced countries near and say your oncophobia from special kids or special human beings. There will maybe no tea, Yadrina Juma. Or more muti and pay or Madrina Juma. Next year on Kofubi or Wa Omono a Yaduma Chedi Omonim Diano, you're so super. One sometimes one way Krabaka said they are not humans. Uniza,
yes.
Yes, sir. Now me was a people crew. Now me were down for your friend Akwesi. In fact, as of today, me nimbe bia owo. But at that time, now you did 7-8 years now. Now, because to me, critique cars, the electrics in he was just about 10 years or so that time.
Okay.
Now, that is a special kid. Oyobia, Nyamia man in Debia, a bro, adrenaline, okay. And it's all per se, who build a society that transforms that country, then you need to be able to identify such special kits women and place them in rooms. And one thing I will say, America is for your wine. Elon Musk is a special kid. Mark Zuckerberg is a special kid. Bill Gates is a special being. Papaya will create Nvidia or a special. You see that the American millionaires and billionaires, no, they have certain supernatural nimdebia above the ordinary knowledge. And Bill Gates can create one job or one company that can grow to almost $1 trillion in value. Walmart, in quant, me for nipa over 1 million. I'll have to Google the number of employees for Walmart. So check Walmart. This is just one company. But who Google the number of employees for Walmart? So it tells you, says Ghana, you bet me.
There's someone employed 2.1 million worldwide and 1.6 million in the United States. See, Walmart, in almost 2.1 million worldwide, associates worldwide, and with 1.6 million and so in the United States.
That's one company. Ghana, how you bet me? I can say one company, a funny patent.
There be.
I don't think there is, apart from we are buying our normal are buying employees. I don't think there is a company in Ghana that a bit me I can say 5,000.
I don't think so.
So, but so if we say the complexity level no was through, and I create iPhone, a different phone. And phone na your iPhone, Samsung na your fan say your movement phone.
Maybe and also so adidi enko for better.
And also quality need to say or even higher than Apple and Samsung. I nya Ghana phone ko na eto. But we are seeing now the fan say Africa cry na eto. Do you think that company in percent of the phone?
Maybe
that company needs to hire over 10,000 to 20,000 people to service the demand. If we say a car company or Ghana, now the superior quality of that car company, a chain and a jet or near the idea. Now you turn the call Africa, that company would have to employ like 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000 people. So the point of the matter is that Ghana must move beyond the current state and get into a state where our complexity level is so high, say the product we are creating a world demanded product that can sell thousands and hundreds and millions of it to create the jobs that we want.
So how do we get there? And economy, service economy, any retail economy,
even service economy, no crime. We can still have a complex service economy. Let me give example. Oko US, there's a company called VMware.
Okay.
It's just more or less a storage company. There are companies or they say they offer services in storage capacity for other companies. This is a service company. There are companies like T-Mobile and all of these. These are all also service companies. But even the complexity level of those service companies are higher. So when I make sure say the first thing I see is how do we improve the complexity level of our society?
For if we be multi bropo national, okay, say complexity level up so
okay, my main complexity level. Okay. Nimdie you muahoro. You can say 2 plus 2 4. So kwa bontin na obusa say 2 plus 2 say obenya nipa be 100
on bit me
aka say 1 million be ka say 4. But oba calculus. Okay, the same mass, no. Your 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, which is arithmetic. But over calculus, now carbontin, now kubusa, a question on calculus. Then be a simultaneous equation. Carbontin now busa simultaneous equation. And if I bet me answer simultaneous equation question, I won't do 3. Now go to even another higher engineering math question. The chances, no, maybe I won't be unless I was here a very good engineering student. So the American question is say abrabomuno ye wonimdie no mu ahoro.
Nti wo ka enuma ye di nimdie mu do.
Nimdie mu do na ye de.
Enye ni obi aye bi no.
Enye di obi aye bi. Because I ko wiase a obi atimi ye produce. Uko wiase obi atimi ye friend is saying biscuit. Obi atimi ye biscuit. But how many countries na have phones? How many countries na have cars? How many countries na have the best laptops? How many countries na have the best super chips?
Creative softwares.
Creative softwares.
And so chips here in Taiwan for
and Oko Taiwan is the hub of chips, microchips.
Yeah.
And only the brand BBR. So Taiwan, they don't need a forest. What I say? Yes. Taiwan doesn't need gold. But Taiwan can still be Taiwan because of the complexity level they've been able to create. Now they can create chips.
To the point that America will have to do everything possible to protect Taiwan because of industry.
Now, China, and I know Mubusa Elon Musk say, China, a year AI now, but it looks like China is gaining strength. And Omubusa Elon Musk, does he think say China beating take over America? Or see yes. Now a near mammy you know and a drive AI. 1, supercomputers now here, and then 2, electricity. Or see China electricity or more 4 times America there. Think about it. America is one of the highest consuming nations when it comes to electricity.
And at China, what did they 4?
China was 4 times America. Do you know the level of complexity level you must be to produce energy 4 times that of China? Let me put it in perspective for you. Ghana, see so light throughout Yendum light. Obia will AC one of them. Obia be shown AC from an apart to a number. Oh no. Do you know electricity I be here?
I think you have 2.7 thousand megawatt.
No, you be here just about 10,000 megawatts.
10,000.
Just well, right now you peaky at 4,700 megawatts.
And no say 4,000 more year installed capacity. I was here.
The installed is about 5,000.
About 5,000.
But I say no, the peak demand is about 4,007.
Okay.
Now, and no ye offer upper east, upper west, near the more electricity demand no from cry.
Okay.
So I'm saying that young fan say upper east, upper west,
Savannah,
northeast, Savannah, umunyina demand no cry be matchiga Accra. We need just about 10,000 to 12,000 megawatts of electricity to keep the whole country, even if their demand is at that level of Accra. But guess what? The city of Chicago, the US and its surrounding towns, we use 24,000 megawatts.
I see.
The city of Chicago. The city of Chicago GDP is 947 billion.
I see.
Ghana they 100 billion. So the city of Chicago, Sika who then 9 times Ghana. Just the city, the greater Chicago area.
Wow.
So you understand what I mean by complexity. But do you know why the city of Chicago need that much electricity and they can have that much GDP
because
of the fact the advanced production and manufacturing companies there. It means say yanshas and looking at increasing our complexity level, and we can only increase it by focusing on the special kids. If we are saying minia omo enim die echichiri wiase ama wiase aye de aye no omo nduru 1% of the world
so musa
over the Elon Musk, the Bill Gates, the Mark Zuckerberg, the when omo na ye the ideas innovating now omo nduru 1% of the world. So Ghana, even if we focus on 2-3% or 5% of our extremely talented people, they can turn this country around. You set up research towns or research city, research villages, and you put these talented people there. You mash them with industries, because they will be the ones to come up with the innovative ideas to transform the country. And to your question, we are looking at innovative ways of improving the society and making sure that we can create jobs. Because you can't create jobs. Boja Juma and then the Canadian.
Yeah.
But the system of my shebreni or my Dutch.
A junior
would draw. In the yearly penny was a dream. Mimity Ubibeka Sabia, if you don't to Wabing. By a car or more being or my dream would die. Mean room, Bill Gates more dream and draw. And they are special. You have say a bomb mushroom.
And more money, dear soon.
And dear soon. And money be anymore. We must understand that in America, say, Yawagana for me, Bunubi or money namha, a be a ma, be a mema. Minia, I do much a dear and media. Among what he said, you'll be a footballer. He said, you'll be a other things. I do much, they are specially talented. Or the Nigerian should be no, yeah. Wow, to say a superhuman being, and it's all. Let's identify those talents. Let's put them in places and challenge them. Let's resource them. Let's let them lead in the innovative and creative society, creative aspect of our society. Let's link them to industries. That is the only way you can improve your complexity level. So Brookings Institute, a research institute, did a research on the complexity level of Ghana. Meaning we are 30% high.
I see.
We are very low.
And we been also we can NDC for a fan whole time. Say ye come maya omunyansa IQ wo fempa Ghana to so meansa.
Na so for no confirm the data no.
Na enye sa na tie o say enye sa na tie dia ko huni tie Ghana fo bi jaba o me ha to abama hama. Say IQ no wo fam. And a man who here and I know on man 2 weeks remanded them. And your mother chimney about yeah, 80 yes, it's you fresh and I will can yam. Then who here say it's me, but as a Ghana no, you said I'm fat, Sani man home. But we must. Chelsea, we must. And Dr. Bobi, do baby, we crash us, or they will say, digita, and then you remember. But Nipa will come as when Nipa created those human within the digital space.
Look, and I make a turn. You see, when you look at the world leaders in terms of these areas now, the people who are creating the transformative societies, that is where they operate. That is where they operate. China is leading in the Olebusa say, and now China for cars now, but na car no visa dey anything, and yet technology.
No. Is that a take you about? But maybe I would two number community and say, yeah, Obeshia China.
Where do you think the Chinese car they are coming from? You think cars not just manufactured themselves? And technology. So I want to say OBC na technology the economy who I mean people ask these questions.
Oh yeah. You know at the point they say but we are create Ghana free economy who is your digital. And Dr. Baumia responded by saying, if you don't pay attention to SARS, you have no economy in few years.
In fact, every advanced economy, there is not a single one advanced economy to one fat technology and share. Even countries to say Dubai, UAE, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, oil prolific countries. Because why do you think they are able to produce the energy or the oil at the quantities that they produce?
Because almost superior technology.
Almost superior technology. Because I one of the assassins.
And it's compared to Ghana, the entire year bread be good. You say, and say,
we don't have superior crude.
And too good.
Sabe, the question here first, wouldn't say, Galam say, ya can't was a macanka. Dawuro, Opa, Elon Musk. Now, some of the advanced Americans and Chinese technologists. Near more 1 year. Say, your good was as now you tour. These are the challenges. Into a more try acquire a bit near fast way too.
So specifically, in fact, a bit in forest and show Musasa, your bauxite, a was assassinate. But the embassy best say it's your forest zone. Into Muncha can be fast, we beat 2 bauxite was a say forest.
I'm telling you, they will sit down and within 1 year to 2 years. They will come up with a solution. It may not be a perfect solution, but trust me, within 5 years, it will be a perfect solution. And I'm saying that in a large scale, I am saying that even Yemrantia or more small scale essence, I see, Jama Brofunkra. And I mean Casabro Funkra, or the Yama special kids be a Ghana has it. Nayema or more affair. Say, look, Galam say, say, and Sassy, you guys have special minds. Help us come up with a solution on how the youth can still mine without destroying our water. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised the Ghana for Mebunu Krabit in Yaye. Oh, and Dawuro, no nation of my bien you are, Ubetini a developer. And Untina. Ghana 35 million. Nipa ba open a president. So
yes.
So what it tells you is you don't need millions to transform a nation. You need a few with superior minds to transform a nation. That is why Lee Kuan Yew was able to transform Singapore. So that's why Chairman Mao, the Xi Jinping, over the last several years, the other China
transforming China.
So and you know that's really what it is.
Okay, I was saying, if you know what video to say, any Kofi Tonto na AD and Kofi Tonto ye spokesperson NPP Policy Committee on Employment and Jobs, and an pay AD and Komonon Kron abo apansma duanai mienu na Kofi. Osha abenya before she be moving on. Okosha abenya the models or so they creating human one. Ofo say e betimi e creating human dey.
And I made the so busa sa question. Na ene ade ba ko me de pa so ne say wontumi the politics nothing. We are looking at and so I'm very glad say what me far sa direction. Mini aye musa ya question. Say aban we ba yen fa MPP NDC politics. Dawuro fa MPP 720. Me fa me MPP 720. Na yen hwe aban we objectively. Aban we ba yen no. On paper objectively. On paper objectively. You bet me aka say CD ni dollar ho odin no abegina ba bi ba ko bi a I say e kokakra na ba at least within around 11 or so. On paper you bet me aka say inflation above from to 3% but the road busa ho say we inflation above from now we a year currency almost say I stabilizing now.
obia wo ye Ghana ni a wo ye MPP ni a wo tie mi go ha ye MPP station.
Yes.
Wo de yi MPP sam ne to nche na busa wo akoma mu se. E dia na ban we ba ye waye. Remember fapemu a yewura Mahama gyina so say yento abama no. Sa fapem ne say oba be reset oman Ghana.
Yes.
That is the fundamental coming to reset the country. So ask yourself, say, has this nation been reset? Oman Ghana in ayetimi. Yetimi a reset oman na. U Dawuro utiwe. Ekwan na wo fa so dwene 2 years ago na asesa. Ghana ni a wutie mi anopai. Busa ho se den na yewra John Dramani Mahama ba ya wa ya wusu ne wo ban. Ene kwan a wo fa so hye oman Ghana yie die ne mpunto. Ene kwan a wo fa so hye ekwan a wo be create nyuma. Ene kwan a wo fa so se wo be ye wo japade. Ene kwan a wo fa so se ye be chichire oman no. Ask yourself, say, Assistant, has that been reset? The answer is a big fat no. Ekwanya ya faso ye niema fiti kojo ho besine the same way. In fact, in some instances, I say.
You're right.
So you're John Dramani Mahama as a penny. Question so busa na hone say me Kofi Tonto ekwan na me fa so dwene Kwaku Dawuro ti he me ma mi oti makola me papa oti makola me papa oti magazine me nua oti oso wo kan okada me nua oso wo ye driver me nua oso wo oton emu a busa say nipa no say nipa wo busa ho say John Dramani Mahama be yo mampanyin no wusu ne wo ban ene kwan ya wo hwe Ghana say Ghana chichire no. Do you honestly believe in yourself?
Say
Bibiasana. The answer is a big fat no.
Very important.
Bibiasana. And nothing I make catch will say nations are built on complexity levels. Nations are not built on rhetorics. Etibusa who say, Yara John Dramani Mahama Beyo Mampenino, has our complexity level changed? How our sophistication level changed? Wahu fama, ekwanya wo fa Sudan dan ho. Emu nimdia no apeja ni mu ana. Eno ye friend sophistication level.
Yeah.
Imitie. Obi hume. The way I'm dressing, the way I'm carry me home, the way I'm better radio, so I'm a chair madrini, the name dear one near maybe home. You wouldn't know that measure my sophistication level. Sabe, my hoke come in dear, baby, a jira. And then you Ramahama buy, Busa who said Ghana, your education level, be assasana.
There be a feed ya say crown.
You Ramahama buy, Busa who said, your hospital. Ebiasa sana
Debbie
Yera Mahama baye busa ho se yen kwan a ye maame no fa so didwa ekwan no mu a manufacturers ye adwuma ekwan a ye mabunu ye omo niema ebibi asesa na no danso ma haya fia na wo danso ma danso
yeah ebe yi wo hakra.
So what is the NDC talking about?
And a paymaker say, you see, BBL, NLE, Oma blockade, staff near demonstration seeking the removal of their CEO, Alaji Loto. It's almost Alaji Loto Momo Dinti, or Munini Freeho.
Sanema, we said, by 6 months ago, and Obeka said, Yano, and then on their time,
and then there's some blockade or crash on man in Maho. Into a more deployed.
Is that the reset, Mahama?
No, that's not the reset. It can certainly not be.
It's a kind of way. Course I am Ibusamon say. For MPP some tone chain.
Because take example, say Oba the first year no free a double track will be year free home. Maybe about SHS 1. Or be a school June 16. Now me the call Saturday twem na mesan ko fa no amakwan
so mo say eno de omo de be 2029
mo so na me kan enti bibia si iOS say bad akran be school June na say August 20 ahan me ko fa no free school a o sabet obetina fi sabe akosi November and san wa kokwa December no amasan makwa be dibronya enti school no change na any research no we hefa
no kwade me say no kwade basic
I say
you see Ghana for muntie me ye muntie me pa muntie me ye kase resetter file phone okay o file phone na o pictures also o messages also o videos also o usika accounting system was o bibia reading also it is a me catch us at the file phone mama na me reset ya o fa mama right away we am be show kakra say hey you start thinking say me the phone in my kofia me pictures in the man then me videos in the man then apps na me bibia was in the man then and near mammy, your phone is in the man then. Eti ansana wunya jidie wo mi muse kofi reset me phone the mammy no what taking a decision. You have taken a decision say and found one there was to be a obesisa no aye bibia foforo.
Yeah.
Because phone no say wo settings. Now ko baby a friend reset o reset e be won.
Yes, so we reset you here. Obe lucy data also nyina
because obe chance ye den foforo ti Ghana for mumusa me say mumusa mo ho say John Mahama ba ye ma hye bibia se foforo John Mahama ba ye munim de aye foforo
there be
John Mahama ba ye musuban aye foforo John Mahama ba ye wabrabo mu aye foforo John Mahama ba ye usika semu aye foforo John Mahama ba ye electricity aye foforo John Mahama ba ye galamsey no aye foforo. The answer is no. A big no. What is happening to this country? Then John Mahama bet me akasa waye. Bema omai no sabi ye nim dia ya de chichiro omai ni mu api.
Bibia ni ho.
Ye na na ye. Boja na ye na na ye. Aboso kan for the su ebususu. In fact, and aboso kan for say. We say with the dollar number from. And so now no akokra niema. Now we 50,000 cedis and now who do duty now the same duty we 100,000 or 120,000. Have you reset the life of an aboso kind worker? No. John Mahama is a complete failure. Wa faili na se John Mahama busa no ho say me omanpanyi John Dramani Mahama me share Ghana for boss say te se fun yi me reset no na ya shaw man no asofofo. He the president must ask himself say has he really within himself does he really feel say wa share Ghana asofofo ana
yeah won't mean crying cancer.
He's a failure.
Won't mean cancer.
Entibinia eya rehosem na Ghana fo mfanya dusuade ye mfanya dusuade se ebufuhyew de etimi ba ebufuhyew ti na Kristo tu ye mfo ebufuhyew ho no o se ma wo wi anto ebufu so because ebufuhyew ma wo take decision bia pede bi wanka wunyina botre kakra na abrante bi mehwe ne video no patcho mentimi an capture ne din ye ba do why video no de Akufuado and no de Chief Justice
okay
and no de damper
okay
omo pictures atoachi very handsome young man and no say oh your video na patcho na wasre say you Akufuado ne sampanyimfo we mumfa ne bone nchen
I see.
Na wasre Ghana for so mumfa ne bone nchen na kasa wo kasa ye ɛne atemdidi a wodi saa mpanyinfo yi mu no ɔno atena se adwene ho ahunu sɛ
wanye ni yie koraa.
This is less than 2 years. This is a young man who stood on the streets, marched on the streets, called for a reset, thinking say bibi papa bi be sesa wo man no. That young man has changed his mind and never say and someone me kan ni anamo a me tu ye no me hu se maye bone. Christian fan cheme and panyifo no fan cheme, Ghana fo fan cheme. Because he has come to the realization that John Mahama had deceived no. So the basic measure of the reset who Ghana ni awutie ni. That should be the basic measure. Ask yourself, say, who one kasa wa jirimu any kwanya wo fa so ye onema has it been reset? Ghana ni kan tell me. Say President Mahama Bayo Mampenyi efie mienu aye komu no. Wo kwan a wo fa so ne kwan a wo fa so tu anamo kwan a wo fa so ye onema wanya bibie wo mu a kire say wasesa wo su ne wo ban no asesa. The answer is no.
In fact, send them make no say o de oyi yankasa bra we be catch so enya aban bi ba enya obia ne benya sacho na brabom. But President Mahama my key indicators be or sure bar or besser. But I issue about illegal mining. No, so be reset. Ubi sound say illegal mining no, ya reset ya now.
But only baby.
No. Yes.
But you have to car engines.
Derby.
You see, answer na obe promise reset. Reset I promise or memono. You shall see free a dream. See, I said, I'm making you that. I'm in Kuma Kansendi. I say, our independence, we will fear some more kind. But he said something until there is a liberation of the mind. Means all kinds of quotes now. See, our independence is meaningless unless it is linked to the liberation of the mind. Adwene sachra ma na adwene sinsaya ma o man sisa. That is the point I am making to you.
No, I understand.
But the NDC ni no ya galam say no onya adwene sachra ti no ya no more.
Say at the time omo can say fix the country. Ni can say fix your attitude no. Omo can say there be yen fix the country. No and the graphic anymore. Julius Debra is calling for attitudinal change. And I'm sure that since when send a walking that Ben who say you be 2 points this year send me answer. Because a few years ago, no say he had been such a number he has a binding system baby. It's a very important question I will be saying. A DNA assistant after almost 2 years. And the conclusion the between Abane say the BS and we don't even think say the BS
because a binding ye be ayeso ko a ebema me kofitonto meti hey menya adwene mu pobi kire se
bibi besesa
se mesesa manam ntuo wa abrabom ekwan ya me feso pe misika ekwan ya me faso ye me niema no mini option bia se mepa akoso aye saade na afi se bibia nyeden esai.
All right, and may den komono esim patro family remote mami. Abusha movement in the morning Jumedino Asugusolti high movement TV. And Hajia Amina Mohammed, second vice chairperson, Ewo Ablikuma West, and then Ewa Odanti, Oba Hanan, and Ewo Mane Onana Numina, Mosomo. So happy birthday. Almost Senyan Coupon in Israel. And the pencil Minia Bema Kujo Ansa. Ewo Kofudia or saying for happy birthday Emma Angela Ofori ye national service personnel ewo Cocoa board ti o say yen wish no happy birthday and fa Emma no na yen sere nyankopon say unsia no papa na omie kwan enso so Emma no ti Kojo Ansa won so anopay ye chiapa and then obi so the birthday ba earlier but I'm saying o say na yire and na yire birthday o say okay wan fa na yire ni din anka ho Namo also no ye or ye former director Akosa Ado Fanti Akwa South Communication Officer ti nse na Elena Kasa di nidi amanti beja na sa na yede asi ti gobi any fancy meaning say any other issue or national issue do on ma obepesi bi di nkoma patch of TV remote da on mami
okay
all right see any other issue I say o touch on na fi yen fancy
ka me kan say unia baby your brand TV a friend of Esiama Pandit.
Esiama Pandit. Esiama this guy been na. Are Bank of Ghana governor? Okay.
Upo bi odwane numpa. Esa papa na. Your words be I don't want to use because it's not my character. It's not my style. Who is a governor? No, a deputy governor.
Deputy governor, yes.
And or you're a deputy governor. And there might be our year, didn't go Emrenim. So when to tuna Namobi into Omampeni, Mahama Mre, the first term. Mampani Mahama by no to nothing in a head. I know I am the governor. Remember, no Tifia on the governor. Casa. And I need me at the scene. We need me a Juma. And our bucket tree. No, the bar. A car at the scene by no be use our can through. No, I'm a Bank of Ghana in Mexico. And from Swa Addison, yeah, only. And some of my partner can the suit videos in no go Addison anymore. And now I know Cassay.
Waba
1 year in the year 2025 alone. Unumka a Siama Pandit, a Bogan.
And if we 40 something billion.
39 billion.
39 billion. Okay.
1 year. I feel back to 2026 in my. I fear you mean need my 1 year no. I fear my pandit a boy a 39 billion. In Guasafo. He's a complete failure. Gold Kawako Faba. 22 billion gold. Of course, Sammy Jeffy and then the gold board will roar on play. No two ways about it. Now, no share me submission and me or metra. Me church training in them. Me church training in them. But it stands to reason, say, a Siama Pandit, a bomb 39 billion. Then me Pemono will hold him accountable for his decisions. We will hold him accountable for his decisions. Intimidation on miracle. I carry on another person. Unless I will course and yeah. Oh, now me bra penny be utime.
Okay.
Or kukufu.
Kukufu in that something region.
I don't know be quiet. DC.
Oh, okay.
Under a kufuado. Me bra penny kukuchi. Na utime. And pay and now show me and pay to me chianos no kupa. Enti mpanyimfo bebra omutie bi wo ho so a omutie a yentimi mfa omudi ntuga enam ba bi omuye adwuma
no ende no kre
me papa no asoja mpanyimfo ne a police mpanyimfo bebre attesting se kofi nsamo a wo kana no pay so man ni nyamu nti asiesa kanema besesa amintimi mfa omudi ntuga bakwa chede no party no we are no jama we are baby no I see that to make sure over
omunyina age wo so nti ye behwe na ebi
and they say anya politics
o there be
ya nation
behwe ni be free mu e di aba because say uhwe mebuna e banana nurse for na me nurse for
Alright, so we are in East Legon right now. You can see
omo 18,000 aban so bit omo ye dey omo ye 17,000 and aban so bit me afa no omo ye no dey omo ye 16,000 or so and aban fa mu 7,000 dodo na aka no egufi akotena fi teacher for the so buy omo nyina so akotena fi enti na enyuma no ya de bi ehu hia say na 133 na sha ase a akenye ni say yeti yi a ye kwan wonyuma hu
you see minia aban ene uko United Kingdom uko even Canada say almost taxes are very high, even sales tax. The Indian say the healthcare system is free, and it puts a lot of financial burden on the country. Uko Europe, ufa, maybe to say it create the same. UK. Also, Adeba quite challenging more healthcare because I know see public funded. So countries are more experimental healthcare public funded. And they get a lot of challenges. In the earlier Abino has to fund everything, including nurses, because are buying the form.
Yeah.
But many of us who say, I go back to the complexity level. Say, a complexity level, no, sure. Other nurses are buying the far hospitals for you. Nurses, other nurses are buying the far nurses for you. And by now, nurses are buying creating an economy. There are a lot of big industries or individuals or might go into the construction management and the management of hospitals. Not just small private hospitals, but offer big hospitals. Then they can also absorb some of the time. But as I said, the ACN say, I buy hospitals and create more than a private hospital. If you know, Obia person already or but if we can enhance the complexity level of our various hospitals, they can be able to absorb a lot and pay them well. So bad the name talk about it. So the solution shouldn't be say every time we be abine per coin obet me add more clearance. No, that shouldn't be where the solution is. The solution should be say abine private hospitals better than it. Abine individuals better than it. So we want some of you to go into the healthcare industry. We want you to build advanced hospitals with high complexity levels that you can attract even patients from outside the country, so that you can absorb some of these nurses and pay them well, competitively. So, obi a nursing student now we know a pass here. Onim say or two options. Either so be pay a private hospital, be pay a year, and also be pay a bind. And in fact, if the private hospitals is scaling up, no more year. Private hospitals, nipa 16,000 now. Private nibet for mobile 15,000. Aban rather will be struggling to find
conform
Aban side. Oh, there's a make us say, then assistant. You see, I reset Ghana. Why are we still doing the same thing by recruiting nurses the same way? Other than pay a different way. By now, Abino could have found funding for private hospitals, for individuals, and create incentives for them to build and finish some of these hospitals. Agenda 111 year okay. Abino bet me anka se woni bibi. Kwame despite bra. Kwasi chum bra. Papaya owo
Kumasi oye nsɛn nso bra
eyi ano Dr.
Kwaku esikafo amo mu nyina mo mbra me wɔ hospitals 100 naka despite famu 15 pesika fashion nesi na me no nye sharing of we say profit if you despite no we are ebia obefa 60% or the 40% bebra buy. I'm just giving an example. Why must we are not resetting our mind? I didn't reset it. Ya wasika fu okrobo obo pe ba bi obo sika hye. Eti ya ban say Mercy Hospital here to this stage. Come and take over. Operate this hospital. Find some of the best minds, managers out there who may not necessarily be healthcare professionals to come and manage it for you, and then put say $5 million a fashion we me baba ye akwan ni ade ni nyina ne sa utilities ni nyina de
amount okay
to be hospital no operationalize it why for 5 despite for 5 we for 5 anka 2 years e dey na esi
and
you put in regulatory mechanisms so that the private people don't also take advantage of the people. So you have to put in mechanisms to make sure say they make their monies back, but they make it within reasonable time and reasonable profit. And then you say, why reset your mind? And over the years, you can hand over the company to the private company. Say, I buy a thing in first way. We also want to so. But some person we here, Timemunino brings a partners, expand the hospital. Monfa na mon running as a corporation, so that as people are investing in it, the hospital keeps expanding. But it belongs to 20 Ghanaians. In Tibet, say UGMC ISC 20 Ghanaian shareholders. Mumbra. Ye mamo asase wo ebia Kumasi 100 acres mo de be hospital city within the next 20 years. Into every advanced facility be amubesi bi into esika 420 munkamum as shareholders aban be all the grounds a year so ye mami nyina ensuya de be ba electricity de be ba kwan de be ba mo de ane se munsi. I am not saying say the American is perfect. I am only saying, say, it shows that if we think differently, we can find different answers. It be my shadrin chena eden. I say, penny be submit markers okay, coffee the okano. Add the enchian say a crank home. We submit add the entry say a crank the encounter. Ultimately, what happens? We get the best idea.
I see.
And we implement it.
Sir, by a book be a CC baby. Kofi Medasi and Opay. I was now Kofi Tonto and Martin Nkano, or a member of the new Patriotic Party and MPP Policy Committee on Jobs and Employment, or no, and a Casa Edmawomo. Na wache na dwen anopay misu bi din Kwaku Dawuro anopay me na metena dwomde dwumadi Ibrahim asedan koma yira Chris Jo Kwaku asedan koma Kwame Jesi Gideon Eric ene team ni nyina na fei God in da asebren so anopay me do mase me de mu si ha sei enwumre no son godon e de Ghana nti ebebremo ochana no pan so ebesane wahia on